Let's go! Let's go! Alright. Nice suit. Okay, let's slow this down a little bit so I can hear myself think. I'll have that in the background after this one. Ooh. Just looking at other stuff that we can listen to that we haven't done yet. Industrial mix. 2 hours. Yeah. We'll go for that one as well. Sounds good. Alright, that'll do. Cool. Someone that we've listened to before, but it's all good. It's all good. Right. Ireland. Alright. I've been tagged in a post. Okay. Okay. I'll watch that later. Right, let's get into the bee's knees. Make sure everything's running okay. Let's have a quick look at myself. Just make sure everything's okie dokie dokie. Alright, that's good, that's good, that's good. Things are okie dokie. So, I've been doing some crafting. I've got myself geared up a little bit. Some new stuff. Organized my companions a bit. Everyone's looking decent. And I will explain other stuff that I've done and have been doing. Such as sorting out this area, and but we've not been there yet. What else have we done? Not that one. I've been doing areas basically. We did that one on stream. This one? Ah, that's the one we've unlocked recently. That's where's the? Oh, it is this area. It's the area I'm in, isn't it? Oy, I'm a dumbass. Yeah, I've been doing things. Hey there, Grey Wolf. How you doing tonight? So yeah, so in between sessions, I've cleared out this area. So this is all done. You really didn't miss anything. And I've cleared out this area. So this is all done. You really didn't miss anything, alright? I've also jumped into this area. So this is one of the new areas where we've got stuff. For now, however, I'm going to do this quest because I think this leads to a dragon fight. So we might as well... So I've saved this one for stream. I've been doing some crafting as well.
One tail feather and one batch of...
Let me know how the audio is, by the way, because I'm not quite sure how it is today.
My friend, you are invaluable. I will certainly note your assistance in my monograph on the High Dragon. I will attempt to lure her out as soon as my background research is complete. Mistakes.
Is that Asman, you mean? Asman doing Power Wash Sim after recording mostly today? Pretty good.
I believe they had a laboratory in this desert.
That's one game I want to play myself at some point, Power Wash Sim. It does seem satisfying.
The Blights set the field of draconology back centuries. Deplorable.
I've spotted several dragon signs around the approach.
Also, we leveled up, so we've got a new face paint thing. I forget what they're called.
No matter, I'll look into that later. Andrast is mercy. From what I can tell, the dragon has been moving east and will be scouring the wastes next. Naturally, the dragon's hunting.
I'm okay, sorry.
Miscreants, White Claw raiders. They've covered the area in traps. For
Ah.
only knows reason.
AMOC means I'm okay. Okay. Super. I see. Yeah. How did you find Power Wash Sim? It is actually one that I wanna. It is one I wanna do. At some point, I wanna play that. Is that it then? no. Right, let's go. Let's go down here. Let's, I'm sure this leads to actually fighting the dragon, which is what I want to do. Test out my new shit, see how well I do. Like, this stuff that I'm wearing right now, it is dragon skin. Hence the scaly nature of it. So, yeah. It's like Monster Hunter. It's alright, very addicting. I don't know, it does seem satisfying as all hell. You know, the kind of game you start and you're like, I'll do a little bit more. One more won't hurt me. And then you end up spending like the next 6 or 7 hours playing that game. Yeah. It does seem like one of them. Right. I am absolutely full of jelly-filled donuts today. I ate so many rice balls. So many rice balls. Just destroying these traps to see what we get out of them. Hopefully we get a dragon fight. That would be nice. I'd like to do. It's the go. Oh, am I back? Yeah. Apparently my internet just decided to go. Mr. Fisher, first time I've heard Dragon Age compared to Monster Hunter. Alright, I'm back. I think I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, there we go. Fucking hell. I mean, you know, I'm killing again. Wait, you can't be serious. Oh my Christ. No. What? Has it reset? Oh my God, what's going on today? Wait a minute. Ah, it's popped me over to the other one. Wait a minute. Okay. It popped me over to my other, like, random one. You just had a sandwich, Jesus Christ. Right, I'm hopefully back this time. Let's hope this isn't, like, a consistent thing this time around. That would suck. That would suck. God damn it. But yeah, killing creatures, carving them up, and using parts of them to make cool armor. That's pretty Monster Hunter. You know, like this, it's the Monster Hunter of Dragon Age games. To be fair, weather is bad today. Oh shit, yeah, it could be the wind and the rain we're gonna have today. I reset my internet connection, thinking it was me. Yeah, hopefully that's not a sign of what the entire stream is going to be like, because that would suck. Here's a prime example of why Dragon Age Inquisition is kind of a pain in the arse. So I know what I'm doing is I'm running around looking for something to click on. Riveting gameplay. That's all I'm doing. I also like how when it says destroy the trap, it really just looks like I'm setting them. Come on, you bugger. Come on, I want to kill a dragon today. I want dwagons. You guys know what a dwagon is? I'd like dwagons. Oh, yeah. Oh, can you feel that power upgrade, though? Look at that. I just Goku'd the fucking rock. Oh, yeah. I can definitely feel that power upgrade. Feels good, man. Feels good. Where the hell is this trap? Alright, let's summon the Nug. We meet on Faolan's end tonight. We both live very close. Yeah, the weather today is kind of screwy. It was alright this morning, but I think around 7 o'clock onwards, it's going to be like wind and rain. So, you know, when I stream, because of course. Right. Hopefully we don't spend the entire fucking stream looking for this goddamn trap. Where the hell are you, you little bugger? To be honest, I've not noticed. I've been busy. I've been getting a lot of stuff done today. I've barely used the internet. I've not really noticed. My nug can't handle the wall. So, hopefully it doesn't go out at anything really important. What the fuck? Oh god, it's a great Jaggy! Run! It feels like the game's bugging out as well. Oh, where are these traps? I've disabled that one. It feels like I'm spending so much time here that all the monsters in the area are just spawning. I'm being chased by a great Jaggy. Help. Is that one? Ah, there it is. Yeah, it looks like I'm just setting it, doesn't it? I like how you made Dragon Age seem like a solo game, and then you don't have a party of people with you. I mean, yeah, you summon the Nog and it just gets rid of everyone. No one can handle the sheer, just incredible presence of the great Nog. It's just a man and his Nog. Come here, you. I like how I just spam the sword, despite the fact that it doesn't actually do much damage unless I let it charge up to 99. Oh, I didn't recognize you for a sec, Solus. Alright, cool. I've killed the stupid people with the stupid gang name. Right, let's go back to Frederick. Let's tell him that, let's tell him that we've done his stupid MMO quest, and then maybe we can kill a Dwogon. I'll even put the monster music, the hunter music. I tell you what monster hunter music I'll put on. I'll put on, Mitzune's music's fucking great. I like how I purposely avoid copyright music, but Monster Hunter and Skyrim I make an exception for. That would be fun. Alright then, buddy.
It seems very unlikely that she could be nesting at this time of year. Ah, fellow researcher, how can I help you?
The raiders are dead. I did the thing.
No longer in the way.
I've made note of the appropriate spots in the wastes for you to place viewers.
Right, cool.
I must locate my supplies to create the bait. Then we can proceed.
Alright, cool.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Right, so we need to place the twops. So where are the twops? Oh, they're just over here. Cool. Let's just dive over there. Let's place the twops. I don't know why I just started thinking of Iron Mouse there for some reason. Just the way I'm speaking. Dwogon, twops. Oh shit! There's a sneaky over there. Let's we'll place the twops. We'll kill the Dwogon, and then we get some pizza. I like how the music perfectly fits the game. Epic sci-fi adventure is exactly what I think of when I think of Dwogon Age. Oh, what are these? I thought I got all of these. Apparently not. There's one over there. There's one... No, I got that one. I'll just grid the whole thing. Oh, there's one. Really? These are usually easier to find than this. Where the hell is the last one? Is it behind me? Oh, there it is. It is actually behind me. Alright, that's one of the more annoying ones. Cool, cool, cool. We'll collect those later. Between streams, because fuck that. Nobody wants to see me run around collecting shinies. Unless it's Pokemon. At which point people will gladly watch people do that for some reason. Oh, that's why I can't summon the Nug. Bugger off! Shiny indeed. Right. Let's go and place these traps, and hopefully that summons the dragon. I want to test out my new armor by kicking the shit out of a winged lizard. This is the most creative song I've ever heard in my life. Dun 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 dun. Oh shit, it's right there. We might as well get it. It's there. It only means I'll be coming back later. And then I'll probably struggle to find the fucking ladder knowing me. Yeah, Phoenix, run! Okay. Find the Tavinta riding. Why are we attacking the foxes again, guys? Find the Tavinta riding. On Dragon Yoring? What? Do I need to find a shit or something? Why can't the quest be go out here, collect everything we've collected, place it down, and kill a thing? Why does it have to be this big thing? We've killed several of them already. Why are we researching? You know, why is researching the thing we're doing right now? We don't need to research. We go up there, lower the HP bar, make it dead, skin it, and we win. Is this what research is in this game? Just running around Emla? I like how the theme of today is Faolan bitches. That's today's theme. Isn't it like every stream's theme though? I just bitch. At least it's not about Monster Hunter today. It's gotta be up there. Dude, what are you doing? Yeah, are you gonna... Oh, you want to eat her? Alright. Well, it wouldn't bother me if you did, but she is kind of useful. Alright, it's dead. Give it time? Give what time? Oh, for fuck... How many of you fuckers do we have to kill before your survival instinct kicks in? You learn to stay the hell away. Kill one of the Fennec foxes. Give me a moment. Tavinta writing on dragon luring. No, not joring, luring. Oh my god, another one? Bugger off. Give it time, complaining about Monster Hunter? Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen at some point. Right, it's in here apparently. So despite the fact that the quest marker is outside, it's actually inside. Oh my god! Look at the Hurlock. They look freaky. They look better than in Dragon Age 2 at least. Oh, we've got more peeps. Didn't I kill you guys? Hello? This is an area I did in between streams, by the way. You didn't miss anything. It was literally just running around killing dudes. Wait, I thought I did it. Oh shit, I didn't. This is the one area I forgot to do.
Everything's frozen. I don't think this was the Venatori.
Slowing time like this would require great power. It may be what drew them in.
Time-altering magic. Let's hope this proves less trying than Redcliffe.
Well, I thought I did this area. I did. Do you know what I did? I did an area that's very like it, which was it's not here, but oh, it's not here, but it's the same one. It's the same kind of layout in the same location, but further up top. That's the one I did. So this is different. It's not the same one. So extra content. I'm actually glad we did this and came in here, because otherwise I would have missed it entirely, because I swore I could have done it. I did it. Apparently English isn't my strong suit today. And of course I've got my dragon hunting team with me. Not my fucking general adventure team with me, so I don't have a rogue. So let's go back, let's get a rogue, and then let's come back again so we can do all the things. Ay, ay, ay. We're starting off a bit screwy today, aren't we? Internet screwing up. Not knowing what the hell's going on. Fuck me. Look, I need G Fuel. Help. Right, we'll go back. It was one I did around here. Is one like that. So yeah, so we go back, we change our party, we get a fucking rogue. Alright, so let's use Sarah, because we never use Sarah. Let's use Dorian, because Venetivi and time travel stuff, it seems like it'd interest him. And then for a warrior, let's have Bull.
Inquisitor.
Shut up. Alright, let's go back and do what needs to be done. We have our rogue, we have our mage, we have our warrior. We're good this time. Also, Bull looks unbelievably silly in this version. I got him a new helmet from his personal quest. I forgot to give him that. So he is actually an Iron Bull right now. That's a specialty thing. If he actually lets me fucking show you guys. Bull. Stand still. Oh, you prick. Bull. There we go. That's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. Alright then. Round 2 Electric Boogaloo. Let's do this. I can already feel the power of G Fuel coursing through my veins. I'll be able to do this. I'll be able to speak proper. I'll be less irritable, I guess. I'll kick more ass. I'll chew more bubblegum. I don't have it on me right now, but there is some dental bubblegum downstairs. So if needs be, I can in fact go get bubblegum to chew. So we're good. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but we're good. Alright. Still ruins. Hey look, there's a wolfie. I feel like the loading screens are longer than usual because I'm noticing things. Or maybe I'm just paying more attention today. Oh look, he's back. Well, that didn't take long. Alright, do they have something to say about this? I'm sure they do.
Nothing's happening. The magic here is interfering with the anchor.
Alright, cool. That was more so for me than anyone else. That was the game telling me off for clicking something multiple times. Alright, Sarah, do your thing. Ooh. What's down here? This place needs a good power wash, right? It's frozen in time, but even before it was frozen in time, it looked a bit fucked, didn't it? Look at all this sand everywhere. I hate sand. It's fucking coarse and it gets everywhere. Look at that shit, dude. That's gonna need more than a fucking power washing. That's what happens if you set your power wash to too high. I do like how you can use this to get a good look at some of the demons, though. Look at this dude. Huh? Oh, he's bending over. There we go. Can we actually see his face? Oh, it's just a dude. Look. It's just a dude. Hello. He just looks like a dude. Look at him. Oh, yeah, they're Venatori, aren't they? You'd think they'd look a little bit more impressive than, like, basic character creator number 126. That guy got... Is he... I'm not sure where he... Yeah, no, he got fucked. Didn't he? He's being shooked by this guy. Okay. Can I just jump down there? I probably can. I don't think the game wants me to do that, but I'm pretty sure that I can just jump down there.
The texts describe a chamber. This must be it.
Hello guys! How's it going? My name's Atashi, and I'll be your vanquisher for today. I've started my plasma cutter only run on hard mode on deep space today. Wait, deep space? Oh, dead space. Fuck me, deep space. Oh, you've done that before, haven't you? I remember you talking about that a while ago.
There may be more.
I tell you what, that's pretty fucking big to be used as a key, isn't it? Imagine sticking that thing in the door. Or carrying it around in your pocket. You need a backpack just to carry those keys around. But yeah, you've done that before, haven't you, in one of the older games? I remember you talking about that years ago. Oh, only I could drink G Fuel and then start yawning.
Blight began. 700 years later, and it still hasn't recovered.
God damn. Okay, that explains a lot. Alright, we're gonna have to be on the lookout for a shiny spot as well. I think the Blight in Dragon Age Origins is the 3rd, or is it the 5th Blight? I think it might be the 5th Blight. It's one of them. It's one of the Blights in the number, but I don't think it's the 2nd Blight. I think it's the 5th. I want to say the 5th. It might be the 4th. Don't mind me. I'm just going to take your keys from you. Need to practice, I might do Impossible Mode, which is still learning how the rules work. 30 days to go, and then I can drink all the coffee. I've just cut down, pretty much. I'll have a little extra bit of caffeine on a Wednesday, because of streaming. But I've swapped to decaf and maybe occasional coffee. But it's weird. Some days I have all the energy in the world, and some days I have none whatsoever. It varies. It's not always the same. Right now I'm a bit low on it. If all else fails, I'll get myself a proper coffee if the G Fuel doesn't do the trick. I'm gonna have a quick another gander around to see if I can find the wall which this is supposed to interact with. Also, I see another locked door on the map as well. Too bad I missed this. The shiny points are usually pretty close to where you get the thing in the first place. Yeah. Well, we'll keep going, see if we can find one as we walk around. I can't imagine what your first coffee is going to taste like after going so long without any. Heldius ignores all research results that do not support his own hypothesis. Sounds like Big Pharma. Brushing them off as anomalies and expected deviations. He posits that there will be an acceleration in the channel's creation and will no doubt test the theory without guaranteeing a secure channel can even be maintained. I have argued that the inherent risks, the catastrophic tear in the veil that will result from such foolishness, but he has the others convinced. He grants only a sneering permission to conduct countermeasures in the event of failure. If I am correct, the only course of action will be to redirect the resulting power into sealing the event itself. The odds of survival are less than ideal, but the surrounding lands will be preserved. Okay. Tempest. Oh shit, there's the I see it. I see the thing. I see the glowy. Glowy. Master Spirit Rune. Hell yeah. Let's see what Tempest does. Is it better than what I'm wielding? I'd be impressed if it is. Oh no. 96 damage, 149 damage. I think the one I've got is a little bit more impressive. It's got some decent runes though. I might steal its runes. Its runes might be better than... Not runes, it's upgrades. They might be better. It'll be amazing. I have no doubt, like. I have no doubt. I apologize for yawning. I'm not bored. I enjoy these streams, but even when I'm bitching and moaning, it's literally me just taking the piss. Like, don't take me seriously when I do that. You'll know when I'm being serious. I like how this place works in reverse. Instead of fucking around and fighting your way through the entire goddamn thing, you're instead fucking your way out and fighting your way out of the goddamn thing. It's fun. Do you know why I got rice balls today? I was on GoPuff before, doing the daily spin, and it got my location wrong. So it was showing me that I could actually order things like sashimi and ramen and are they called pogo bowls? I forget like that. I forget what they're called now. But a bunch of really nice, expensive but really nice looking fucking, you know, stuff. That's right up my alley. I forget the name. Is it poke bowl bowls? It's essentially a bowl full of deconstructed sushi, basically. So instead of the sushi being like in these little rice cubes and so on and so forth, it's just a bowl of rice with sashimi and like maybe things like salmon eggs and so on and so forth, salmon roe, shit like that. It's nice, but it got my location wrong. So when I got home and I tried to order it, I realized it wasn't actually a thing. I was teased by the app. Like, you son of a bitch, I wanted sashimi. Pep's tried caffeine pills for a while, but he built immunity to it. God damn, how long was he on them to build an immunity for? The only time I've ever used caffeine pills is to help with exercise. I've used them a few times. I've got I think the brand is Grenade. I've got a big thing of them downstairs. And they do. It's like being shot in the spirit. Or injected in the spirit, rather. It's insane. They do work, but yeah, they always felt a bit weird to me. Like, it's not the kind of thing that I would want to be on too much. I've tried caffeine shots as well. That is like concentrated caffeine you get in like a little thing like that, and you take just a few drops of it. If you drink the whole thing like a drink, it could kill you. I never used caffeine pills. They were recommended to me when I was doing I was working on my weight loss. I was in that awkward stage where I couldn't get past 14 stone. I had to do a decent amount of exercise. I'm past that now, thankfully. I don't need to do that much exercise anymore. So, although I actually do a fair amount now, yeah, but it's all walking. No! Shit, not again! Wait, I'm back, I'm back. Where did you lose me? Oh, shit. Wait, there we go. There we go. I didn't die this time. As long as I have a good night's sleep, I never worry about caffeine. You got 666 subs on... Oh, shit, dude. It's finally time! It's finally time! We have obtained it, Master! Soon, the world!
Of course, Juran's theory of high dragon behavior is absurd.
It's just told me I'm offline again, and now I'm back again? What the fuck? I'm not downloading anything. Right, I'm not downloading anything. Nothing's being downloaded through Steam. Everything's okay. Alright. God damn, the connection today is awful. We've never had a connection this bad before. Holy shit. How do you do the Apex monsters without gun lance, Mr. Wolf? I have used the... Pep Smiley joke. I've been using the Great Sword for years. That's why the internet connection's fucking up. Peps is here. I've used the Great Sword for years, dude. I don't know. And you know me, I don't switch up my my style unless I absolutely have to. Oh, Grey Wolf. My name means Little Wolf, goddammit. I don't care about you. Wow. Wow. Hey, Grey Wolf, how'd you do the Apex monsters? If you can remember. He means without those weapons. He's on the Apex stuff right now and he's wondering how to do it.
I'm always glad of the company of a fellow scholar.
I'm not used to my name being Wolf.
For more than 30
God damn it.
I have yet to observe the abyssal high dragon in...
Yeah, shut up. I've got the things. I found the things. I had to kill a bunch of Vincent demons to get it, but I got it.
What remarkable diagrams. Are these chambers of the draconic heart?
Dragon Heart? Oh shit, there's a throwback. Some of you will know, some of you won't.
Or to enter his story?
Don't look at me.
I don't. But the Inquisition
Can you tell I trained him? And by trained, I mean I played the game with him when he started.
We'll have to speak some other time.
It seems very unlikely that she could be nesting at this time of year. Ah, fellow researcher, how can I help you?
Shut up.
We'll have to speak some other time.
God, he must be so sweaty. Imagine just how sweaty that outfit would be, man. That would be such a sweaty outfit. Holy shit. Right, let's go back to Skyreach. Or Skyhold. What's Skyreach? That's World of Warcraft, isn't it? I use Insect Glaive and Switch Axe mostly in Rise. Farm. I use the best weapon. I always use the best weapon. The big slammy greatsword. The best weapon. I think we have enough stuff to upgrade the thing as well, don't we? Let's have a look. No! What do we need? We need logging stands. I think we only need more of them. Just one more of them. We're good. Well, you've got access to every single weapon in the game, Peps. Just keep trying all the different weapons until you get the one that works. I recommend the Greatsword. Pep said you were too attached to the Greatsword. Look, it's my baby. I've been using it since the first game. Of course I'm attached to it. It's like a limb at this point. A big, thick, defendable, sharp limb. It's the best weapon, man. Some people have to play with all the toys in the toy box. Some people have to find the one toy that works for them. Okay. Translate the dragon text. Apparently only the connections can do that. I've unlocked a new area. Again. Alright, cool. And investigate the ancient library. Oh, it is laboratory. I said library. It's laboratory. Make sure we got the right one here. Alright, we're all good.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Well, you have the ones that work. The things are dead. I'm just more curious how other weapons get it done, really, with how fast they are. And, I mean... Hit it until it dies. What even part of Dragon Age 3 is this? Honestly, dude, the last thing we did was like the Grey Warden shit and the French politicking bullshit. Let's see, I'll show you what the main quest is. We've got so much bullshit here. The next main quest is what Pride had wrought. Enter the war room and confirm the plan of attack. So, yeah. So, we're cleaning out a bunch of things first. Right, so we've got stuff here. Right, let's return to this dude. Let's put the music back on, because apparently it's... Are you sure you continue listening? Yes, I'm pretty sure. Thank you. Alright, good. Let's go back to this prick and see if we can actually face the dragon. Let's have Solus, Vivian, and Cassandra. Just imagine I'd be constantly Superman diving and getting like one hit and run kind of thing. You can always experiment in the training zone. That's true. I swap like every hunt, so I mean, I'm decent with the things. Just Apex is like... You're like the jack of all trades. You're pretty good with everything. But I master my one weapon. That's the difference. And then you have to fish, not fish. What difficulty is this on this game? Probably casual, no me. Options. Gameplay. Oh, it's on normal. Shit. It's actually pretty easy, all things considered. Also, I'm geared the fuck up, though. Like, I've spent so much time fucking around. I'm kind of geared the fuck up. Where is it? That's my weapon.
Of course, your theory of high dragon behavior is absurd. Oh, yes? Did you need something?
Paps is trying to roast me. Me? No one gets so mad. I play on casual in like the first game because it is actually difficult and I'm not there for the challenge, I'm there for the characters and the story. I play on, I think, the easy set. I think I played on normal with Dragon Age 2 and regretted it because there's just so much fucking boring ass grindy bullshit in that game. And then I'm playing on normal on this just because I know how OP you can get. And it's also because of the class I'm playing. Let's go! Let's fucking go! Alright, yes, I'll bait the dragon.
I'm off to plant the bait.
Let's go! I should have done all this before this point, but never mind, we're good. We finally get to kill a dragon, almost an hour into the fucking stream. Right, let's go. Alright. I'm so hyped for DA4, man. EA released them, bangers, DLC, pay DLC for the win. Yeah, I know what you're trying to do. I'm gonna, like, Dragon Age 4 is in the same camp as for me, as the next Elder Scrolls game, in that I'm expecting it to be dog shit. I'm expecting them to fuck it up with some kind of bullshit business practice nonsense. But we'll wait and see. I've kind of accepted that it's dead. So if we get a revival, I will be very happy. But we'll see. It's like the whole zero punctuation thing, you know? Get hyped. The game is shit. Massive disappointment. Expect the game to be shit. If the game ends up being shit, smoke self-satisfaction. You were right. If the game actually ends up being good, pleasantly surprised. Expecting the worst with the video game industry is the most mentally healthy. Because you get to be a smug fuck or you, what you call it? You get to be a smug fuck, or either way. Or you get to be happy. So it's good, it's good, it's good. Right, let's get a copyright strike, shall we? Monster Hunter... Mitzune. I just feel like listening to Mitzune right now. I like how YouTube is recommending my own stream to me. Because why the fuck not? Alright, let's go. This one. Alright, let's kick some ass. Right? Where's the dragon fucker? Come on, buddy. Why do you take best bait? I know it's bait. I even said I know what you're doing. But I enjoy moaning. It's less bait and more feeding me. Come on. Ah, here he is. I should put Rathalos to speed bomb. Come on, land, you bugger. I've got the insect glaive here. Look at this. Oh, look at me fly around on the insect glaive. This guy's beautiful. All right, let's go. Everyone, shield up. Do you realize he's trying to trigger you? I'm fully aware, yeah. Trust me, you'll know if I'm triggered. You'll know if I'm triggered. Holy shit, will you know? Oh, I'm an invisible Kunari. Oh shit, well, that didn't last very long. I request the Ketsu theme if we're listening to Monster Hunter music. Fine by me. Fine by me. We shall listen to the music of the sexiest monster in the series. We have developed a routine over the years. I do the obvious baiting, if Faolan gets to moan. Win-win. Except for everyone else to listen to Faolan. Hey man, if you're watching this shit, you either enjoy my bullshittery, or you're a friend that supports me regardless of my bullshittery. So it's, yeah, it's... Oh god, it's a shielding bastard. Oh, I hate these. Takes like half an hour longer. At least I'm not as fucking on edge as that one we did that was like, what, was like 5 times above our level, but we still managed to kick its ass. Purely for the power of shields and res. It's great. My wife can't even watch me Honketsu. My usual response to beating huge beats, twat it. I don't know, man. I think this thing would swat me. Look at the size of it. Hashtag size difference. Yeah, Wild Hearts isn't bad. I like it. The Umbrella's pretty good. The katana you start off with is pretty good. The bow is my favorite, though. Right, before we finish this, let's put on the Gezu. Because of course we are. Alright, guys. You ready for the greatest soundtrack in Monster Hunter history? People, this song is so pure, so incredible, that only people with the most studied understanding of music can really understand it. Right? Let's go. Alright, here we go. Here it is. Enjoy. I mean, it's size kink. It depends on what website tags you're using. On the ones I've used, size difference is the tag. Don't be confused with the Dragon Age Inquisition music. This isn't the music. Huh? Here we are. Now this is the Kezu theme we know and love. Now everyone will be confused. I'm hoping people know. Got another nameless blade. Ring of armor penetration. It's pretty good. Especially for dealing with dragons like that, actually. Do you know, I think I might give that to... What am I using? Superb life drain. Heal on kill. Stagger on kill. Stagger on hit. You know what? I think I'll keep that on me. If I know I'm going after a dragon, equipping that is probably going to be better than life on kill. So I'll keep that on me. Alright, I saw a question mark, didn't I? What's this? I like how killing the dragon looks like half the time. He's played Sunbreak. He went back to it around that time. I was too busy being a fucking freak. Here's the link to the greatest Monster Hunter theme of all time, by the way. Alright. Oh, can we actually go in here now? Oh, look at this. Wait, haven't we already been in here? I've been down so many goddamn deep holes at this point, I really don't know. They all blend together, you know? Ah, no, we haven't been down here. We get pieces of things. I'm pretty keen to get them new switch skills, especially for dual blades and few hours. Base ones seem kind of meh for some. It's like when I go back to playing the game, I'll give a lot of them a try. When I start, typically speaking, I'll only really use the greatsword up until a certain point. And then once I get to the point where I'm like, okay, this shit's kind of a piece of piss at this point, I want to vary it up a little bit. Especially when I'm hunting with Grey Wolf. Then I'll use a different weapon. Typically the lance. Sometimes the bow or the dual blades. I used to use the longsword quite a bit, but they've changed it in World, and I really don't like the changes they made to it. It used to basically just be... It used to be very similar to the greatsword, in that it was extremely simple, except faster. Had one mechanic to manage, and you couldn't block. And that was kind of it. Did less damage as well, per hit, but, yeah. As far as game soundtracks go, you can't go wrong with Doom or even The Witcher. The Witcher, I do not like The Witcher games. However, the soundtrack is mwah. I have listened to that as walking, like while I'm walking. You walk through the forest listening to that music and you're running. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Did I invite you? Where the fuck are you doing? Look, it's a Saragossa, or whatever the fuck it's called from Monster Hunter. It's a pinecone dragon. But yeah, that's really good. Like, I'm a big fan of the Final Fantasy music as well, despite the fact that I don't like Final Fantasy games. The music is incredible. I need to get the new Theater Rhythm game. I think I was playing with the new character last time I played Monster Hunter. Oh, you do that all... Yeah, you do that. At one point, while playing Free U, Grey Wolf went off to do something else. And he, about, I think 2 months later, he came back to the game. And I had to wait whilst he went through everything. Have I gone again? I did for a second there. Alright, good. We're back. Where the fuck is OBS? Okay. But yeah, and I've got a screenshot to prove it as well if you want to see that. That was in Dark Souls 2. Magic was broken in that game. Hex stuff was insane. Yeah, my internet's playing up like crazy tonight. It'll be the weather. It's never been this bad. Thought it was ours, must be... Yeah, Matt said the same thing. It's me today. But yeah, the first game, I really like the halberds, especially the gargoyle halberd, and I'm a big fan of the Spolder side sword. But I've played through those games so many times. Dark Souls 2, it was there's one staff in the game. I think it's the Black Witch's staff in Dark Souls 2, and that allows you to cast hexes, faith spells, and sorcery. It's a little weaker, but that diversity is really nice. But yeah, as I say, I managed to do a no bonfire, no death run in that game at one point. I've also used the greatsword. I've also used the claw weapons. How the fuck am I supposed to get up there? So I've the big draw for Dark Souls 2 was the sheer amount of builds that you could do in the game. Like, there's a shield that lets you cast spells in that game. It's really good. Dark Souls 2 is full of a variety of different ways to play that I really enjoy. It's the weakest game overall, but in terms of play variety, it's really good. And then for Dark Souls 3, I honestly couldn't tell you. I've not even done the DLC in that game. I didn't like Dark Souls 3. It tried to be too much like Bloodborne. And it failed. And you couldn't use magic properly in it, and I didn't like it. I finished the vanilla playthrough, but that's about it. Bloodborne, it's the blood-tinged stuff. So the blood-tinged katana and the blood-tinged pistol. That shit is unfucking-believably broken. But I do like the broccoli, as well as the beast claws as well. The problem is you get them too late. So do like a proper playthrough with them. So I've barely used them. But yeah, they're the choices for the Soulsborne series. I think the only one I'm extremely consistent with is probably Dark Souls 1. I always end up using the Boulder Side Sword and the Gargoyle Halberd. I know a lot of people like the Black Knight stuff, but if you can get it early, it's great. Ugh, it wants me to kill it. I swear to God, these enemies are so fucking annoying. They're like this game's version of Zubats. Alright, let's reload this quick. Ah, here we go. Whoa! Okay. Look it out. So, chat apparently had difficult loading. I've just got like 5 fucking chat messages all at once. The weather is bad tonight. His dog stopped powering the treadmill. That's a reference. Do a soul level 1 playthrough. I'm not doing that. Grey Wolf did, though. Do you still have those VODs on your channel, Grey Wolf? Grey Wolf did a soul level 1 playthrough of Dark Souls, the first one. It's pretty fucking impressive. What madman does a soul level run? Didn't you get banned on Dark Souls 3? I did get banned, yeah. It was because I was using... Not this, I had a different one at the time. Apparently, quite a few people on the PC servers got banned for using controllers. There was something in the coding that made them think they were hacking. So that's another reason I didn't like Dark Souls 3, because it put me with all the hackers. So now when I play it, if I go online, there's a high chance that I'm going to be online with somebody with a history of fucking with the game. Or someone like me that got flagged with it because of the controller. Yeah, it was going around at the time. I've done multiple runs, why only one weapon and that kind of thing, but do not have patience for Soul Level 1. To be honest, it's nowhere near My stream is awful, but yeah, link your channel and whatnot down below, man. But, no, I watched it. I was watching it when he was streaming it, but no, it's, it's not as difficult as I thought it would be. Due to the scaling in the game, using pyromancy, it kind of makes you incredibly fucking powerful. Your stats are shit, but your damage is insane. Like, absolutely insane. You become the boss. I was really shocked watching it. It was insane. Any of the DLC must be such a mission. Oh, I need them. Yeah, I hope the Elden Ring DLC is good. Difficulty is not a factor for me with Dark Souls. It never has been. I am part of the group that's like, if Dark Souls had an easy mode, that's what I play on. Because I don't care about the difficulty. I care about the character building and the world that they created and all that kind of stuff. The difficulty has never been a factor for me. In fact, I didn't like the game until I got better at it. I hated Dark Souls 1. I got up to Smough and Ornstein and basically hollowed. I gave up. And then Dark Souls 2 came out. I was convinced by a friend to give it a go. So I did. And I ended up really liking Dark Souls 2. And Dark Souls 2, because of its different pace, I ended up kind of getting a grasp of the game. And once I finished 2 twice, I then went back to Dark Souls 1. Finished that, played Demons, and then played Demon Souls. Finished that. So, Dark Souls 2 was kind of my gateway. But, yeah, I only started enjoying the game when I got better at it. I love your reaction when I beat Artorias in less than 2 minutes. Yeah, man. Dark Souls 1 could just go pyro since it didn't have scaling. It was a bit silly. The Angel Wing. I used, shit, wait a minute. I actually sent Peps the link, a screenshot to my character before. Because I've not actually finished the game. I got up to the snowy area and stopped playing. I moved, something else came out at the time and I moved on to that. I forgot what it was. Elden Ring. The weapon I'm using is the Wing of Estelle. The big bug wing. And I'm also using one of the katanas along with that, as kind of like a side weapon. Yeah, I'll link the stats that I've got on my character right now. Let me add image. Let's open this up. Let's copy it to my download directory, otherwise I'm going to have to find out where the fucking Steam screenshot folder is for this, which is always fun. Here we are. So here's my Elden Ring stats. You can see the stats up there. And there's the shit that I'm using. So yeah, I got up to the snowy area. And I just stopped. In fact, that was a consistent thing through the game. Whenever I finished kind of like a section of the world and entered a new one, I got a little bit overwhelmed. And I stopped playing for a bit. Usually a day or two, and then I went back to it. And that happened consistently. Like, I think Elden Ring is probably their magnum opus. It's like they've learned so much from the past games and they've just done such a good job on that one. However, I think on repeat playthroughs, it's going to be the one that annoys me the most playing and bores me the most playing. I think it really is like a first experience game. Fuck me, holy shit, they evaporated. Okay, I think I was meant to do this a little bit earlier. The DLC is when the problems start. I should start level 1 challenge. Yeah, Peps, do a level 1 challenge. That I'd like to see. You like challenge, don't you? You like trying new things. I started with an int build, finished area 1, switched to, only to realize area 2 is all int weapons. Oh, I always go magic. Usually sorcery. Occasionally faith. and Pyromancy depending on the game. Pyromancy in Dark Souls 1 constantly. Pyromancy in Dark Souls 2 not so much. And I don't know about 3. But sorcery's always been my favorite. We're getting the frost resistance from here because the DLC area is a lot of frost-based stuff, including the dragon, which is the highest level dragon in the game, I think. I got Elden Ring all ready to play, just a huge game list to go through. Yeah, as I say, like, I'm focusing on going through the Pokemon 3DS games again, as well as Hogwarts Legacy. Truth be told, apparently I haven't played Hogwarts Legacy since the 15th last month. And I was playing a bit before the stream, and I've completely forgotten the controls, so it's been a bit awkward playing it. But I think I'm going to focus more on that instead of Pokemon, because I'm starting to get a little bit burned out on Pokemon. And I've found out that once the servers go down, it's just a shop. So I'm still going to be able to transfer, like, that shiny Bidoof I got from Pokemon Platinum over to the new games. So I'm all good. So no rush. Well done, Cassandra. Well done. Just check. Make sure I got the right one. I'm just checking my connection really quick. Hello! Oh god, I pressed the wrong button. Hey, thank you for pulling me out of that, mate. You just saved me nulty. I really appreciate that. Awesome, thank you. Are you gonna stream to... I streamed, I think a day or so after it came out. Before it came out officially. If you have, like, the early access one, you can find that in my one-off streams playlist. I'm fully willing to do a stream series of it, definitely. Because honestly, so far it's my game of the year. I fucking love it. Hogwarts Legacy is fucking fantastic. But I did my first experience of it on stream, and then the rest I played on my own. But I am fully willing to do a stream series on it like this. But so far the plan is after we finish the Inquisition, we're going to move on to a game that was gifted to me by a viewer. And once we've gone through that, we're going to go over to Monster Hunter World. Because I've got the Monster Hunter bug again, I've got the itch. And I want to play the one on PC that's good. So I'm playing World. So, yeah. And I fucking adore that game. And it actually it lets me show off a bit. The one game series I'm actually fucking competent at. So, yeah. Here's when I'm fucking awful because I'm streaming. There's a really old, there's like 3 Monster Hunter videos me and Grey Wolf did years ago. Well, he did. I was just in them. And Monster Hunter 3U, right? And, because I knew they were going up there, and because he was a new player, my ego kept getting in the way, and I really wanted to showcase what I could do. And because I was so concerned about how I was looking, I played really poorly a lot. And all I did for especially the Gen Moran one, was bitch about not playing that very well. You could see how insecure I was in those videos. It's amazing. So let's not have a repeat of that, shall we? So hopefully I'm a little bit more comfortable enough to kind of be able to fuck up and be like, yeah, okay. I should be. But we can probably do Hogwarts Legacy at some point. I want to do Pokemon. I want to do a Pokemon series as well. Do I not enough? I don't have enough points for that. Alright, that's cool. You know what best thing I've heard about Sunbreak is, though? That Greatsword meta is now pie-based. So amazing. Right, we're gonna port to a bunch of different locations now. just to unlock them. Because they're unlocked, but we've never actually been there. So we're just going to get them on the map. I got the red drop in that fight as well, and sold it so you went nuts at me. Yes! You got the fucking gem or whatever it was.
Any luck charting the area?
I did what I could, your worship. This space has nothing but...
Space!
There's nothing valuable here. I say let Corypheus have it.
That must be something.
Corypheus wouldn't send out his followers unless it was worth it.
I did find something for you.
Remember that time you bugged out as well and you got like 9 Legiacrus plates?
The Red Templars
Jammy
are
bastard.
leading them out with Venatori supervision.
Whatever they want, we must beat them to it.
I just saw Red Templars heading northwest to here. They might be a good start. I found this map on a dead one. Maybe it shows where they're headed. Good luck.
Right, well this is the Hissing Wastes. It's a big-ass desert. Congratulations. It's one of, what, 3 in the game? So we've got this big-ass desert. Not, of course, forgetting, which one is it? This big-ass desert. And, of course, this big-ass desert. So as you can see, this game is very varied in its biomes. So we're not doing anything here. I'm just unlocking it. It's a big-ass desert. Look at it. Oh, look at that. Sorry, I just had to get that out of my chest. Alright, where else are we going? Let's go over to the Exalted Plate. Okay, we've done that. The Emerald Grave. Why is there a quest here? Oh, landmarks, okay. Empress Dulion? Oh, yeah, let's show you Empress Dulion. This is probably the most Souls-looking area in the game. Remember the time we were showing another player how to play Monster Hunter 3 and he kept rolling, carrying an... It was not his game. It was not his game. He just kept charging in like crazy. Oh, dude, that was funny. I remember that, yeah. Alright, so this is, what's it called? This is Empress Dulion. It's a big snowy area, absolutely caked in red lyrium. You can't see it here, but red lyrium is all over this place. So, yeah. The most interesting thing here is there is a character that is basically a demon, and you fight him. I know, we've not seen that before, but he's got some dialogue. So that's the most interesting thing you're gonna, like, you'll be missing here. There's a character, up around here somewhere that you talk to and then kill. So yeah. There is Prospect Basin's DLC area. The Fallow we've done. The Hinterlands we've done. Crestwood we've done. The Stone Coast we've done. And there's the Deep Roads. We have the Black Emporium, Lost Temple of Dorthaman? What the fuck is this attached to? I feel like this is attached to something. Journal. We've got actually a bunch of locations we can't get to. What's that attached to? That's bugged. Oh. We do that? Where's that? It's here. Oh, it's in this location. Okay. Deep Roads, Emerald Glaives. There's so much bullshit here as well. There's Empress Lion. Exalted Plains. Bullshit again. Right, that's what we've just been doing. Mob. I like how this is just all bullshit. Cool. Let's do that. First, though, let's go to Skyhold to sort our inventory out, because we're full of bullshit right now. How do these Apex Diablo compare to Bloodbath doing the quest of the Bowens? I used FKI? What's that? Is this a mod for the game? I honestly can't remember, man. It's been a while since I've done, like, the special stuff that was in... Was it in Gen or for you? I remember Dread King Rathalos, but Rathalos is my favorite monster, so of course I'm gonna remember Dread King. Alright, let's just get rid of all this and sell it. Hunter armor. Not better than anything people are wearing. Oh. That's a lot better. And it shows off his chest hair. You know we're going for that. Cole. Sarah? Alright, give her that one. Reinforced defender armor. I think Iron Bull is the one with the weakest armor here. Oh no, that's decent. Okay. Weapons. The Keen Machete. I don't think any of these are going to be better than what he's got. I'll keep Tempest because I want to take some of the shit from it. I don't think Nameless Blade is going to be better than what he's already got. No, it's not. And then the shields. Okay. Accessories. Cold resistance don't need. Armor penetration we're keeping. Cold resistance. Winter's Crosswing. Alright, thankfully this is nice and quick. Okay. Let's go and sell shit. And then we will, we'll do that quest. And I tell you, there's quite a few locations on the table that seem to be side quests that I've missed out on. So we're gonna have a look at them to see how many of these things that allow us to travel to, because I feel like we're missing out on a lot. In fact, let's do that first since we're here. I used to enjoy watching Peps piss Brew off in games like Dota and others. Watch Brew smash it. I've done a few mythics with Brew. He's interesting. I liked gaming, playing some stuff in WoW with Brew because he made me feel competent. But Peps is a troll when he wants to be. The thing is, so is Grey Wolf. Grey Wolf's a little imp as well. He'll drive you off a cliff if you let him. Okay, that's a main quest. That's a resources quest. Alright, that is for where we've just been. The Exalted Plains. Alright, we've been to the Exalted Plains. So these are all Exalted... Okay, so when it says fast travel... What it means is I can travel to a specific location within these zones. Right, so it looks like we've unlocked more zones than we actually have. It's just points within these zones. Okay. What? Oh god, my internet again? I just got grazing in. I'm talking about Peps being a troll. But so are you. You're a troll. You're a little imp yourself. That'll drive you off a cliff. That'll drive you people off a cliff if they let you. Oh, I disconnected again. I've just seen that. God, this is going to be one of those nights. It has never been this bad. Typically, it goes once or twice, but fuck me, the weather out there must be atrocious. Let me have a look. Give me a minute. Weather. Let me have a look. It is raining, and the wind is 17 miles per... Okay. That'll be why. Fuck me, it is we've never streamed and it being this bad before, man. Who's worse? You're both kind of trollish in the same way. I want to say you because I deal with you more. Both my housemates don't believe Grey Wolf, super serial. Only plays the Doots, and only nice people do that. True. He went off the hunting horn though. So yeah, I'd say Grey Wolf is worse purely because I deal with his bullshit more. Alright, let's go up here and see what this is all about. It looks elven, so we'll use Sarah as our rogue, we'll use Solus as our mage, and for our warrior, let's take Bull, because Bull with Sarah and Solus playing the straight man seems like a fun combination. Yeah, apparently it's changed now. Apparently things have balanced out a little bit more, so people don't use it as much now.
Someone's been here. I doubt they left all that stuff here out here.
Oh, I remember this. Is it the Elven one, or is it some... I don't actually think it's the Elven one. I think it's something else. There is an Elven one. I remember this. And I remember fucking hating it. Right, okay. Let's, oh, I remember this. Oh, no. Okay. Question with you guys. Shall I reload to save, or should we just... It is this quest. Is it? Oh, no, it is. Oh, no. I have a lot of hunting horns on my main and Rise, but end up using the insect glaive this time. I think what I do when I go back to Rise is I will, I'll make a new character. I will get used to the swing of the game again, and then I'll jump back on my main. Complete what I missed, and then, do the buy Sunbreak and do the Sunbreak stuff.
The altar's absorbing the fire, eating the magic.
It's a fire eater. Nice. Oh shit. I remember hating this place, but we're gonna do it. We're here. I still need to give the Doots a proper go. Put it this way, Rise enabled me to play the Dukes. That's how simplified they made it.
It is but one piece of the whole.
I didn't play it much, but I did play the Dukes a little bit. It's fun. I like the Dukes. Not a weapon for me, but I do like it. That makes sense. I don't think there's a weapon in that game I specifically like, especially in later editions. There is a few weapons that were really piss annoying to have in your group. My one included, but my one wasn't as bad. Because they'd knock you over all the time, but they'd send you flying. The fucking, the longsword was the worst for it. But the greatsword could do it as well. But I remember in 4U, I would actually use it with, Grey Wolf, and I'd send him flying so he could do aerial attacks. So we actually used it purposefully. But, yeah. That being said, for that move was the overhead swing. And the only time I really ever used that attack, because it leaves you open, was to take down the flying bug things. It was like one of the easiest way of killing them. But, yeah. Shit. But for the most part, the Greatsword wasn't that bad for it, though it was one of the ones. I think Hammer was one of them as well. I remember the worst one was the Longsword. The Longsword would knock people over fucking constantly. Why the fuck must I drop my torch? Damn it. The bow is good in Rise, but I remember. I don't remember using the bow that much in Rise. I used it at World quite a bit. It was one of the weapons I learned back in 3U when you were gaining up to speed again. It was like the lance, the bow, and I think the dual blades. The lance is probably my second love. If there was any other weapon I would spend a lot of time in, other than the Greatsword, it would be the lance. I really enjoy lance. I think it's a lot of fun. Especially, again, with World, when they added, the stamina charge to it. And then they added more stuff to it in Rise that just made it surprisingly mobile. But, there's a really old video you can, on the internet that I've actually tried to find recently. It uses Ace Commander music. Somebody very recently did a recreation of it, but it's not that one. There's a really old video. I think it uses like what Freedom Unite gameplay or something like that. And watching the lance kind of like hop around an enemy and do perfectly timed blocks and pokes. Like this big thing, this big sword and lance, this big shield and lance was being used like a dueling sword. It was really fucking cool. I wanted to use it. The only time I've ever seen anyone play a weapon in that game, in that series, where I'm like, I kind of want to put the Greatsword down for a little bit and learn it. But I never did because the Greatsword was just so reliable. Why would I use anything else? So when Grey Wolf was catching up again, starting over, and I you know, what I did was I used the opportunity to learn different weapons. And the lance was the first choice. I love it, man. Charge Blade honestly blows my mind how they spoilt it with all these switch skills. Easy way to get used. Yeah, I think the Charge Blade is kind of the new switch axe. I think I'd argue that the switch axe was the most popular weapon for a long time. In fact, I know a lot of Greatsword users swapped over to it. But I think the Charge Blade is the new favorite now. A technical weapon like that, a switch weapon, will never be on my list. I like to have a weapon and use the weapon. I don't want to fuck around with modes. I wasn't really a huge fan of that in Bloodborne either, but at least for the most part, they were fine. Lance are friggin' amazing in Rise, so much mobility. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Lance. The Lance is my second love. If is there any weapon in the game that I'd get into other than the Greatsword, it would be that. In fact, I know I have a secondary character dressed in Barroth and Barroth armor with a Bullfango head for his layered armor that just charges around, because to me, the idea of charging around in a lance whilst wearing a Bullfango helmet is just highly amusing. So I've got a secondary character to fuck around with just for that. So, that being said, when I do go back, I will be using the Greatsword again, because I want to get back into the swing of things with my main weapon. I don't want to be getting into the swing of things with a different weapon and then swapping over to my Greatsword again. It makes no sense. But it's always the same case with me with Monster Hunter. I'll start playing again after a long time. I'll be awful at it, and then after a few hunts, everything will come back to me, and I'll be back to normal, and I'll just get better and better as I keep playing it. But I tend to start off a little slow, and then once the muscle memory starts coming back to me, I'm golden. Usually how it goes. So you'll probably see that in World when I get around to doing that. I'm actually really looking forward to streaming World. The next game I think will be fun as well, especially if Thunder shows up for that one. Hopefully he did. He's the one that bought the game after all, so I hope he watches that one. Alright. Now there's another direction over there, but obviously the water is going to cut me off. I actually don't remember this. I like, this used to be so much worse than I remember. Unless this is a lot bigger than I'm remembering. So. You better tell Burr before you play the game. Oh, I will. I'll make sure he knows. I think he's lost interest in this one, which I don't blame him. Which is why I've kind of changed how I'm doing it. So now that I've introduced those locations, what I'm going to be doing through the week is I'm going to be clearing those locations out myself. So hopefully we'll be going to stuff that isn't just running through one big zone, killing a bunch of enemies. Admittedly, that's what we're doing now, but that's not what the goal is going to be. Yeah, we can continue on with the main quest. Sure, it is something we can do, but because we've got so much shit open, I just kind of want to get that out the way so we can beeline the other stuff. That's the goal. But as Sarah, so as I clear this stuff out, in between sessions, we'll then come in. I'll give you a catch up of what I've been doing, and then we'll go into something a little bit more interesting. That's the goal, anyway. Will this control this? No, that does something else. Also, why does it make me drop that on the blog at night? It's a different Burr. I have two Burr friends. You're not thinking about our guild leader Burr. You're thinking about, like, it's my friend. Who actually, he doesn't only share Burr's online name. He shares my real name. But yeah, he's a good guy. He's the only thing, I met him through YouTube. He's the only thing I could really say that I have that comes close to a fan. Which is weird to say, but nah, like, I remember the first time we talked, he was fanboying like crazy. But then he realized, like, nah, like, it's cool, it's fine, we can talk normal, it's all good. Nothing to, you know, be like the way. It was a weird experience having that for the first time. Because, you know, I'm just a dude playing fucking thing, and I'm not even big. I don't do anything remotely impressive. So it was an interesting experience. But nah, he's a good guy. If you do play Rise again, Faolan, seriously, just mess with the Gunlance Blast Dash. I don't like the Gunlance, man. I've never liked it. I've tried. In fact, if you go and watch those videos on Grey Wolf's channel of me playing for you, I'm talking about learning different weapons. And do you know what weapon I say? I say the Gunlance. I don't say the Lance, I say the Gunlance, because the Gunlance as a concept is fucking cool. That's the one I wanted to learn. It wasn't the Lance, it was the Gunlance. Now, I like the Lance as well, but why learn the Lance when I can learn the version of the Lance with a fucking gun attached to it? It's cool. It's a shotgun lance. That's ingenious. But I've tried it several times since, and it's too fucking awkward. I don't like it. The lance is a lot better. Right, I've lost my shiny. So I need to get my shiny thing back if I can. Ah, there we go. So, I think that got rid of the water here. So now I can walk through this bit. Of course, now that I've walked through that bit, I know that this is the bit I opened before. So, we're golden. Right, well, we might as well go down here.
no telling where this ancient ritual will lead us.
Alright, I've not got that one yet. Have I got that one? No, I've not got that yet. Okay. Right, so I still need 2 parts. I mean, I can give the Gunlands a go. It doesn't take... It does... Oh, for fuck's sake. It doesn't take much to make one. Or buy one. But I don't like it. It's too stiff. It's too awkward. I'm not a fan.
The heart of this place. Here is where the ancient rituals and prayers.
For all my, like, memeing about the Greatsword, though, I think Monster Hunter is one of the few game series in which they kind of nail all the weapons. I don't think I've ever played a game series that is so consistently good with every single one of their weapons. Like, in all seriousness, there's not a single weapon in that series that's bad. They've got a weapon there that fits pretty much every taste as far as I can tell. And World did a lot in terms of kind of upgrading a lot of these weapons. I mean, of course, to show how perfect the Greatsword was, the only thing that really needs to add to the Greatsword is the ability to kind of like aim where you strike as you're charging, and the shoulder bash. Because it was already perfect, it didn't need a bunch of massive boosts. But, you know.
So this is where the key is.
But, yeah, like, it's a great series for its weapons. They're all really good. If you're playing it, you're gonna find a weapon that works for you. And if you don't, then you're more picky than I am. I don't mean try for serious hunts, just make it or your one of your weapons just tried and you dash. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a go. I will give it a go. I'll fuck around with it with a low rank hunter or something, but it's just I even if that one skill is good, I can't see me playing it just for that, because if I'm going to use a weapon, it's going to be a weapon I'm going to use for the series, and the switch skill things might not be around next time. I fucking missed Adept style in Monster Hunter Gen. After Monster Hunter Gen came out, you had different like styles that you could choose. Oh, for fuck's sake! You had different styles that you could choose, which were basically a lot like the switch skills. And the one that I went with the Greatsword was Adept style. And what that basically did is, if you timed a dodge perfectly, you would charge in and do massive damage. You could also use it as a great way to get distance as well, if you were using the bow or something like that. It was really good. And I missed it in World when we moved on to the next game. I fucking missed that so much, man. Adept style was so good. Which is actually one of the reasons why I don't get into a lot of these new gimmick stuff, because they might not be around next time around. Core changes to the moveset will, but a lot of these gimmick things won't. So if I fuck with my muscle memory by changing my playstyle to fit a game's gimmick, then that's going to fuck with me later on in the series. I'd rather be consistently good rather than being, you know, slightly better for a while. Who's missing that? Yeah, okay. I remember hating this quest, man, because it's just... It's this game's water temple. You know? Yeah, Adept was great. I mean, it should tell you how fucking good it was if I used it. And I'm a stubborn fuck that doesn't use new stuff. Honestly, no Wyvern Gem for double Apex Diablo. Screw you, deletes. Yeah. Have you ever had one of those moments yet where you're hunting a monster over and over and over and over and over and over again for one specific item and it refuses to give it to you? I've had that with gems so many fucking times, and it's always with a monster you don't like hunting. It's never a monster you enjoy. It's always a monster you don't actually like fighting that it does that. It's like the game knows. Oh, for fuck, I ran too close to the water. God damn fucking cunting twatting. Let's go to the other room and get one of those things. It's too dark in here. I need my nightlight. Yeah, you're a grumpy old man, refuses to learn new ways of the world. Well, it's not new ways of the world, because I did learn new ways of the world. One of the best things about World was the shoulder bash that they added to Greatsword. That's awesome. You bet your ass I learned to weave that into my weapon. But that's a core moveset change. That's not going away. The gimmicks are going away. The core moveset isn't. So what the hell is the point in learning something new? Just so it can go away a few years later. When you could instead learn something new that is going to remain consistent throughout the series. Let's not put it out with the water, shall we?
The wards are working.
They better be fucking working. I've lit enough of them, goddamn. Nah, I haven't done that in this yet. Always had new quests, so I haven't had to repeat, really. Ah, fair enough. You'll have it eventually, as you play the game. That's one thing I think I do, that you don't. I really like the layered armor system. It was one of the better things they added in World. And with Rise, the layered armor system was in the game pretty much right from the get-go. But in World, it came in much later. It wasn't really in the game right at the start. It was, but they didn't utilize it until later with Iceborne. With Rise, it's in there right from the start. So if you see a set of armor with skills that you don't really like, but you like its look, then you can just grind out the layered armor. It's great. Oh shit. Okay. You're not. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Oh, for fuck's sake. They're going to replace normal tackle with this new guard tackle in future games I've read. Well, we'll see. You're probably trying to trigger me again, but we'll see. Don't go that way. Ah, okay, here we go. We're good. We got a new one. Give me my light. I need my nightlight. And Grey Wolf, before you comment, I'm not moaning about Rise. I'm moaning with Peps about different playstyles. It's not the same thing. Ah, fuck off. But nah, I love the layered armor system. So that's one thing I did quite a bit in Rise. I was farming stuff to make layered armor.
Face up, face down.
There's one over here as well. Alright, let's see if we can get over to that. I'm curious to see what the next Monster Hunter game is going to be. To be perfectly honest, I'm really bad with keeping up with new games. I don't really keep up with new releases anymore. I'm completely out of the loop. So, what you call it? Like, I didn't even know about this Wild Hearts thing coming out until you told me. I'm so out of the loop with this shit now. I've not kept up to date for about, I'd say, 2-3 years properly. And I've even said, like, I'm not buying a lot of new games this year. I'm gonna go through a lot of my catalog. That's what I'm going through. That's what I'm gonna do. So, unless it's a big game, I think the only other game that I know I'm buying this year is Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm. But I'm gonna buy that after I've cleared out a bunch of the other shit that I want to play. Because if I get that game, it'll be like Project Miku, like Project Diva, in that it will completely consume my life and I'll play constantly for months. Yeah, there's too many games to keep. I completely agree. There's way too many. It's not possible. So, but yeah, Peps, I imagine you will find out about any new Monster Hunter game that comes out before I do. So let me know if there's one coming out in Japan or anything like that. Because I'll be interested. We probably won't get it unless it's a G-Rank version. Now that might be different now because of how successful this game is over here now. But I'm not sure. We don't usually get the base versions. We usually get the G-Rank versions. But since World, they've changed how they've done that. So we might get it now. I'm not sure. But let me know when a new one comes out. Or a new one is out in Japan. Why did I play every Xenosaga game over last year? I don't know. You already played through them all. That, like, half your year was just playing for the Xenoblade games. Like, one of them is enough. But they're all massive games. See, that's part of my problem. The games that I get into are usually long-format RPGs, or they are extremely fun, casual pick-up-and-play games that I can just lose days of my life to without realizing it. I didn't even know about Wild Hearts, man. Just look, you saw that Wulong Fallen Destiny on some YouTuber channel. Yeah, fair enough. That is a game I think I'll buy at some point, though. I do like the look at Wild Hearts. I think it's good. I did send you that link, though. EA has already started with the microtransaction bullshit. However, because of the armor styles in that game, I honestly doubt that I'll be tempted to buy any of them. Because it uses Asian style stuff. And I'm just not as into it as I am Western armor styles. You know, I don't really like a lot of this samurai-centric stuff. I think I like a lot of the headpieces, but that's about it. Right, I think we've got everything now, so let's see if we can complete that ritual. I'm gonna save the game just in case we need to do that over again. I was thinking of going for all the Shantae games again this year as well. You're terrible for that. You're like me with Dragon Age. Like, every year I play through the Dragon Age series, and every year I play through Neverwinter Nights. I don't intend to do it, but I always do. Though at least with Dragon Age Origins, it's typically just Dragon Age Origins itself, not the series. Sometimes I'll do that, but it depends. Yeah, I sent you a link to it. Last time I logged on, I've got like 2 hours left of my trial, and last time I logged on, they were selling this fucking ugly set of armor. So they started with it, yeah. You knew that was going to happen. So they've started with that. God damn, this music's good, dude. Is that still that same playlist? I think I linked this last time, but this playlist is going to be a staple of these streams, I think. I really like this. Wait a minute. Not with the list. I really like this playlist. It's very Doom. I love it. Where's the last one? Ah, here we go. Alright, let's save the game. Oh, was that a horny joke with Shantae? I actually bought some Shantae games for the Wii U before the servers go down. I've got the first 3, I think. No, the first 2. I didn't have enough room for the third one. So, yeah. I will play through some of the Shantae games at some point. Oh no, it's 2 and 3. It's not 1. It's 2 and 3. You can't get 1. I've also got Pokemon Ranger. Because, again, try to buy Pokemon Ranger. You can't. And I've never played the Ranger games. So I got them. But, again, I've only bought them now because the servers are going to shut down very soon. So I've got them. So I will be playing Pokemon Ranger at some point in the future. Probably some of the Shantae games as well. I've never played through the Pokemon Ranger games, so I'm looking forward to them. It's the one spin-off I've never actually played. I've only played, I think, 3 of the Mystery Dungeon games as well. They're alright. Apparently Explorers of Sky is the best one. I do own that one. I haven't kept up to date with Wild Heart since I got into Rise. Just saw that they buffed Umbrella and nerfed Bow, and they think they buffed other weapons in some ways. I'm keen to play that too. Bow felt the same to me, but when I played it, Bow's fine. I enjoy Bow. I think that's the one I'm going to main. I think what I'll do with Wild Hearts is I'll focus on Bow, and then when I get up to the point where I actually know the monsters well, I'll probably start learning the Umbrella. Because I like that. It's a unique weapon, and I really like its playstyle. And I like that how it's similar to Greatsword in that it rewards knowledge of the monsters. And it's fucking satisfying to play as well. The only difference between that and the Greatsword is you can't block and it's not simple. Unlike this fight.
That was the High Priest of the Temple, imprisoned in silence and despair by his own followers. A sad legacy.
But gotta go up on Sunrise Rise and Sunbreak now to keep me occupied until they fix performance issues. Yeah, that makes sense. You should get into on the Switch. All Shantae games are on the Switch. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Remember, they did that not that long ago. You were playing through them all. Ah, maybe at some point. When the Switch server starts shutting down, we'll get them all on that. I'm careful not to over-download on the Switch, though. Because I'm more likely to get big games downloaded on that. Like, I've got Skyrim and Dark Souls, for example. And I'll probably end up getting Persona 5 on there as well at some point. Mosaic piece. I'll tell you one game. If you get the chance to play this, Peps, if you've never played it, Dragon's Dogma. If you like Dark Souls and you like Monster Hunter, Dragon's Dogma you will enjoy. And if you want to get into builds, oi, 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 that game. There's a lot of ways to fuck up your character and a lot of ways to do it well. Dragon's Dogma is really good. Also, I recommend playing that game on the highest difficulty. Because you get bonuses if you do. It's worth it. It's a very, very good game. It was actually my most played game on the Switch when they added it. And this is a game I've already bought twice on PC and, what was it, Xbox? I like how I discovered Shantae when I got the Game Boy Color under One Games Collection. Yeah, you've told me that before. I don't remember the DA lore really, but isn't that Quinari mage like blasphemous? Yeah, but I'm also not a member of the Qun. I'm Talbashoff. I'm Quinarian race only. So they would want me dead for being a Talbashoth, and they'd want me dead for being a mage. Extra so. The Qunari consider mages to be kind of like walking nukes, and they don't like anything that they can't control under the strict law and regulations of the queue. So they kind of consider mages to be walking time bombs, which, to be fair, they can be. That's the thing about the Qunari in this game that I really like. A lot of their beliefs and systems have a lot of logic in it. The Qunari are kind of lawful neutral taken to an extreme. Oh shit, we're being invaded, guys. But yeah, like, the Qunari are kind of lawful neutral taken to extremes. But a lot of their belief systems and a lot of their, you know, they actually have a lot of sense behind it. The problem is they're too rigid. Don't talk to Cack to me about Dragon's Dogma. We have talked about 2 coming out, you forgetful son. Oh yeah. At least when I say I have memory issues, I'm legitimate, because I legitimately do. My memory's abysmal, man. I'm looking forward to that game, though. I love Dragon's Dogma. The biggest update, it could be the exact same game, but with multiple save slots, and I'll be happy. Because then I'll finally play something else other than an archer. Because, like, the warrior and mage just cannot compare to the ranger. Right, let's go back to Skyhold. We will save the, zones for in-between streams. And what I'm going to do is, I think we're going to do the DLC. So we're going to focus on one of the DLCs today. I'm going to sort out our inventory, and then we'll check out one of the DLCs. Right, so, first of all, do we have any level ups? No, no. Sarah's struggling. No, no, no. Alright, Cassandra. Nothing compares with that. What about the shield? No. Sarah. Bo. No. Dorian. Yeah, I'm aware of doing that, but I think the whole idea of making a new account just for a save slot is kind of fucking ridiculous. It's the same thing with Pokemon. I've done it, but I like that it's an option, but it doesn't actually have multiple save slots. It has a workaround for multiple save slots. It's actually why I have free profiles on the Switch. I think some classes got a bit too ridiculous, though, apparently. The hybrids and Ranger. The Magic Archer is fucking incredible. The problem is I don't use it because it doesn't let you aim. It's all auto-aim, and I prefer actually targeting the enemy, so I tend to use Ranger a lot. But really, you want to use all the classes to unlock all the passives, because some of them mix really fucking well. The problem is figuring out the math as to when to use the classes, because each level up in a specific class gives you different stats. So if you build it wrong, you can end up with really terrible stats, but if you build it right, you can end up with an amazing character. If you stick with one class, though, for the entire game, you're going to have terrible stats in some areas. So, like, Ranger gets amazing stamina, but I think really low HP or something like that. So it's best to swap it with another character at some point that gets amazing HP. It's really good. I really like the system. I really like the system. So we all playing Diablo 4 beta next week with Druid and Necromancer. I'll call Har and Dawn. You get Moo and Sophie. Yeah, or Ron. Not Dawn. No. That drama would be insane. And I honestly don't think Sophie, Har, or Ron would play with Moo. That's not happening. There's no way in hell they'd play with Moo. At least I don't think. I know Jag stopped playing World of Warcraft for a while because Moo kept targeting him. Which I find funny, but there we go. Oh, just boost Constitution? That's shit. What about... Ah, that's shit, man. The one I make myself is so much better. Can have him back. Right, let's do this ascent, shall we? Right. I'm gonna have, now there isn't much dialogue here. I'm gonna have Cole with me, because he does have some good dialogue. It's dwarf-based as well, so I do want Varric, meaning we have 2 rogues, which is bad. Let's see. Dragon Age Inquisition. Companions with the Descent. I looked it up a while ago. I can't remember which one it was now. I do want to bring Cassandra or Blackwall purely. In fact, let's bring Blackwall because he is a Grey Warden. Technically, he will be. So this is his place anyway. And I'm a mage, so we'll bring Varric. I think this is a decent combo. So, because I'm thinking lore-wise. Alright, confirm. Yeah, there was a bit of drama in the guild from way back when. Moo and Sophie had a will they, won't they thing going on. And, well, yeah. A lot of complications. Moo's a good guy, though. I generally really like Moo. Very rare that I meet someone and become fast friends with them like that. Doesn't happen. I will stand by Moo all the way. Was silly how it all depended on what new level, which class. To be fair though, I do have a great amount of fun planning that a run of Dragon's Dogma. That's another one of those games. I fucking love it. I have a great amount of fun planning when I'm going to swap to a different class. And trying to build the perfect character. As well as doing it on hard mode to get the bonus stuff. I have a lot of fun with that. It's very rare that I have that kind of fun with a hard challenge. Like a challenge in a video game. But I do.
From your tone, I guess Orzammar isn't your favorite place.
I don't have an opinion. Cloud gaze.
I purposely did bad stats to make it more of a challenge. You can't craft your own stuff. That breaks the game, Faolan. What the fuck? Like crafting in Amalur or Witcher. The crafting is really fucking good. I do it every now and again. In this. So, I've already crafted my own stuff, though. The armor I'm wearing is made out of dragon hide. And besides, this is one of the hardest bits of DLC in the game. It's all fights, but it's challenging fights, so we may have to switch out the party in order to progress. But yeah, let's see what the characters say.
This reminds me of a story.
Shocking.
It's about an impossibly handsome dwarf with a friend who got crowned king of the nugs.
That's actually a thing, by the way. And hopefully, if I manage to pull it off, we can meet the king of the nugs.
Nugs mostly just shit on the floor and roll.
Seriously, you can meet the king of the
Welcome
nugs.
to the deep road.
That's the best thing about the Descent.
Always wondered if I'd die down here.
You're not dead yet.
The day's just started.
I want my beard to look like his, man.
Clutching chlorine when the dust came.
The miners.
Stones were angry.
Guild had no drama what you were on about, we all did. I mean, it's inevitable that if you're playing a game like World of Warcraft for a long time, shit's gonna happen. You're gonna have character clashes and shit like that. However, the guys talked about idiots that they had played with quite a few times, and I'm willing to bet that I'm Moo definitely, but I think I'm also probably one of the people they shit talk now that I'm not around.
Shaperate welcomes you to the deep road.
You know, not that I'm shit talking the guys themselves. They were fine. You know, there are still one or two people from that guild that I still talk to, like Bear. And in fact, I was watching Jag stream recently. I just caught him streaming at one point.
Are there others around?
There's nothing to be done here but account for the dead.
But I would.
Our situation has worsened since we.
I'm pretty sure that I'm on the list now. Moo definitely, but I'm on the list now of people that they shit talk when they talk about old guild members and how fucking stupid they were.
The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more Lyria.
I've read about the Legion of the Dead. Dwarves who fight Darkspawn in service to Orzammar. They commit their lives to the cause and celebrate their own funerals before entering the deep roads.
No matter their sins in life, the Legion die noble deaths.
The Inquisition stands ready to aid Orzammar. Without a steady Lyrium supply, things on the surface will get even worse.
Ah, shit! Well, things got a bit rocky there.
Apologies for pushing you.
I will say though, like, for the shit talking I'm doing right now, that guild made Legion especially my favorite WoW moment. Like, as you know, like, I played the game in Wrath. I played a little bit of BC, but really I played the game in Wrath. And I left before Cataclysm came out. And then I went back for Draenor. And because I hadn't played, I had, like, Cataclysm and Mop to go through. Which I really enjoyed, especially Mists. Mist was great. And then I played for Worlds of Draenor. And you know what? I enjoyed Draenor. In fact, the expansion I like the least is probably Cata. Because it ruined so many zones that I enjoyed. Like, I didn't get to walk through the Barrens and shit, you know? I want to be on the list. I don't think you'd be on that list. People like you too much for some bizarre reason. But, it wasn't really until I joined that guild that I really had as much fun in WoW as I did. And Legion was by far the most fun I have ever had in World of Warcraft. Like, in general, it was a really good expansion. It was one of the best. On top of that, it, oh fuck, we're doing this again. Oh, nice. On top of that, it added, like, the class halls. I loved the class halls. I ended up with a max level character of every single fucking class in that expansion just so I could do the class halls and get the mounts. I did an entire series on each of the mounts. And the Hunter mount felt like it was made for me. Right? It was a wolf bird with a mixture of brown and green color with, like, a, traps and bows, like arrows attached to its side. That mount felt like it was made specifically for me. Legion was fucking fantastic. The only negative side for Legion was the stupid fucking legendary system. And the Broken Shore, I think it was called, that side area that was just grinding and nothing else. That sucked. It was also fun doing the that challenge mode for one of your unique artifact skins. That was fun. I got the Beastmaster one and the marksmanship one pretty early. In fact, I was one of the first in the guild to get it. I think Har was the first one to get it. I think I was the second. Which for me is insane. Because I was dog shit at that game until I joined the guild, man. That guild helped me be so much better of a player. I was still shit. But I wasn't as shit. You know? But yeah, I'm an antisocial bastard and I don't interact with people in video games. Like, shit, in order to get an achievement in a game, in Elder Scrolls Online the other night, to finally finish one of the companion characters, I needed to enter a duel. So I went to one of the cities, and, I went to one of the cities and basically asked around for people to do it. I'm like, oh yeah, I can lose. It's fine. You can win. I don't really care. It's just the entering the duel. That's all I need. And even doing that, I have to basically sit there and kind of psych myself up to randomly interact with people. I'm shit at that, man. It's fucking pathetic how bad I am at that. It's ridiculous, especially playing MMOs, so I mostly play MMOs solo. So joining a guild for me was... It was a thing, man. I can't even remember how I ended up doing it. Can't remember. Is Friendly Fire on Hard or Nightmare in this one as well? Yeah, Legion was just epic. Made every class feel amazing with their own artifact weapons. Yeah, I completely agree. Friendly Fire in this game, Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't think Friendly Fire's not in this. I think it's on later on. I'm actually not sure. I love how this ogre's just breaking physics right now.
You have my gratitude.
If I lost you, I'd never make it out of the deep roads.
I'm sure you would find a way. If the ogre reached this point, the Legion must be overwhelmed.
But yeah, man, I have a lot of fond memories of Legion. A lot of them are on a playlist, the Faolan Heart Logs for Legion. Oh, ho, 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 ho. 21, god damn it. That is, look at that weapon, holy shit. Yeah, Mage Tower was great too. I honestly, okay, didn't like legendaries, were mandatory for some specs, but being able to just random... Like, yeah, I like the concept of legendaries. I just wish that the legendaries weren't mandatory, right? Because I remember the first one I got were those shit fucking ones that make me stand still. They were the marksmanship ones, the boots. I'm like, for fuck's sake. And this is like after like most people in the guild got their ones. And I did so much random grinding as well and I didn't get them. It annoyed the shit out of me. My favourite legendary is honestly the fishing one. There is a video somewhere on my channel of me using the fishing artifact in one of the battlegrounds. You know the one that's got like a big body of water? And it's the catch the flag one? And it would turn you into a fish. So I'd dive into the lake. I'd instantly turn into a fish. And I'd swim up until the enemy base with insane speed. I'd grab the flag, I'd jump in the water, swim back, and then use disengage to get backwards to jump backwards. Like I jump, twirl my character around, and then disengage. So as I'm running, forwards really fast. That would give me a speed boost and enable me to run and deliver the flag. And I won so many games by doing that. That fucking legendary fishing rod was broken on that map. It was great. But I didn't like that they were mandatory. If they did fun things rather than major stat boost things, I'd be into it. But I wasn't a big fan of the system. A good way of doing it would be to give you a token to allow you to get the one you want, which I think is eventually the way they did it. That would have been a better way of doing it, because then you could prioritize the one you wanted. And most people would get them around the same time anyway, so... The reason to keep up with dailies and weeklies and LFR even, yeah. I mean, right now I get my MMO fix through Elder Scrolls Online, and I'm purely solo. Like, I don't do trials or any of the hardcore stuff or anything like that. I'm purely, I'm purely solo. I'm purely casual, and I enjoy that game a lot. A lot of its rewards are cosmetic. I look like the Final Fantasy way of doing things. A lot of the rewards are cosmetic, and it's just fun doing the different zones. Let's save that dwarf.
Clear out the dark spawn.
Here I come, here I go. Here the with the vegetables and living in a fantasy and nightmare reality. Come on. God damn! Bitch! Oh, wait a minute, it's a tough fight. I'll read the comments in a second. I'm just trying not to die here. Yeah, the descent is kind of difficult. So as I say, we may have to swap up characters, but we're pretty good so far. We've got nice DPS with Cole. I think the weak link here is Varric. Everyone else is good. I mean, you've got Blackwall giving us all this armor, which is fan-fucking-tastic. So we're basically invulnerable for the most part, as long as Blackwall can keep that up. And I'm mixing it with shields on top of that. No, Flip, I didn't lose due to the PvP or non-PvP things, really. Mostly just heard about the fancy crap like that from you. I mean, yeah, to get the fishing rods, I think you needed to do a lot of rep stuff, and the whole rep grind was my thing. So, the whole fishing thing, for example, remember me pulling that prank on the guild? And I put that food down for everyone and it made them turn into fish. Which is fucking hilarious. That required a rep grind. And once you did the rep grind, you could get the fish. And it was super easy to make. It was like one fish from every zone. That was it. It was great. I pulled it in LFR as well. It was a lot of fun. But most people don't engage in shit like that. Moo mostly did PvP in... Classic. That's mostly what he did. I did a bit of PvP in arenas. I played a little bit with Jag and Moo as well. I think Sophie joined as well for a few of them. But that's where I did a little bit of arenas, but that was kind of it. I enjoyed arenas, but they could also be really frustrating. Take cover! We're gonna need bigger rocks with my big ass. Look at this shit, it's just gonna hit me in the face! This is dwarf size! Look at that! One of those rocks could have smacked me right in my fucking horns! That's pointless! Fucking chest-high walls! What the fuck? Rise now, quite like that Kushala set, doesn't counter Kushala now. Gishaler counters Teostra, Teostra counters Cornelius, and so on and so forth. That's a much better way of doing it, yeah. That's how it should be. Look at this guy walk up to this music!
Inquisitor, meet Lieutenant Wren, a veteran of the 5th Light and one of the Legion's finest commanders.
Someone paid her to say that.
Appreciate the help, Inquisitor. Collapsing that seal bought us time. Blighters had the run of these tunnels for days. Now they have a roadblock.
Your soldiers are impressive.
For such a small group, your people have held up well.
The quakes took a lot of us. Reinforcements will be slow to arrive.
But yeah, like, World of Warcraft is one of those things where I do not for a second regret going back to it. I do not for a second regret going back to it. But, I also don't regret quitting it either. I had my fun with it, its time has passed. And like I've said before, with BFA and a lot of the bullshit they're pulling, like the Warcraft,
More insistent.
the Warcraft, was it Warcraft 3 remake being the fucking abysmal bitch it was, losing a lot of its charm with the change in art style and everything. And the way they basically just resold Overwatch, a worse version of it, with like a Fortnite system. No, and of course that's just the business stuff. I'm not even getting into the sexual harassment and all the other bullshit that was going on in the offices. And now that's all kind of just been forgotten about now. Nah, I can't support Blizzard.
If something is causing them, the strength required
But
would be incredible.
I mean, I'm not gonna pull a Hogwarts Legacy on people. I'm not gonna shit all over them, harass them if they want to play Blizzard games. It's up to them. You know, just like I'm willing to play Hogwarts, despite the fact that I think J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit, doesn't mean that, you know. But I think she's a piece of shit because I don't agree with her opinions. But Blizzard's a piece of shit because they fuck over their own employees. They've driven some of them to commit suicide, and they fuck over the customers as well on a regular basis. It's part of their normal business model. So that's a little bit further than some shitty opinions from an eternally online Twitter celebrity. You know what I mean?
Mysterious songs often lure people to their deaths. Or to an archdemon.
This rhythm isn't a song, exactly. It sounds like...
Nothing the added could have compared to the artifacts and class halls and all that. Yeah, I mean, that was... I'm a big class fantasy guy. A massive class fantasy guy. I get into characters when I can get into their class fantasy. So, like, for Legion, Druid, Rogue, Hunter, Paladin to a lesser extent, Warlock especially. These were all fucking amazing experience in that game because their class fantasy is so fun. I think the weakest one was probably Warrior. But what do you even do with Warrior? So, yeah, these are all, like, amazing class fantasy stuff. Legion felt like the most complete experience. It really did. And you're right, there's nothing that they could have followed that up with that wouldn't, at the very least, feel like a lazy rehash. So you've got a point.
I've never heard of Titans before. What else can you tell me about them?
The text I found predated the first...
And from what I heard from the expansion, it was shit. It was terrible. Apparently the new one's really good. And the new dragon class slash model is hot as fuck. Like, holy shit, do I want to look at one of them as I'm playing? The problem is they're class locked. They're another race slash class like Demon Hunter. And it's like, I don't want that. I want to play a Dragon Hunter. Get it? A Dragon Hunter? Or a Dragon Priest? I want to play one of them. I don't want to play a Dragon Elemental fucking Monk Mage thing. So, they look cool though. And I do like a lot of the customizations they've added since, but I'm gonna go back to the game.
All I heard was an earthquake. How is it you and Ren hear a rhythm?
Our people have a strong connection to the stone. We feel it in a way.
I wonder if that'd change if I was playing a dwarf.
Have great stone sense.
Maybe it wouldn't.
Most.
Maybe it would get slightly different because I was a surface dwarf. I wouldn't have the same stone sense, would I?
You speak of the stone like it's more than walls.
The stone is eternal. She was here.
Not
before
really, it
us
roads.
and remains after we die.
But the stone isn't your god.
We don't worship her, but we do respect and honor her.
And I respect that because that's how a lot I am with nature.
And we return that.
I respect nature, but I don't worship it.
It's difficult to express in
Which is my argument for preferring rangers over druids.
I'm here to stop earthquakes from destroying the mines. I don't care what's causing them.
A man of action. Good. For all we know, that text you found was a bedtime story. Can't be sure until we find.
I think one thing that would do a lot to save WoW,
emanating from
but they wouldn't do it because it would cost a retarded amount of
And if it comes to a fight,
like server
that'll be our job.
cost.
This'll be the
However you'd say it,
nearby.
is set dates for expansions. So like the final state of each expansion. So if I wanted to play World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King again, I could. If I wanted to play Legion or Pandaria again, I could. Not by going to the zones, but by actually having those experiences to jump in whenever I want. Because I think I would enjoy going through each expansion as it was at the time and playing that with a specific character, rather than playing the current version of the game or classic, which doesn't exist anymore because they've now moved it on to the next version, isn't it? Or is Wrath out now, or are they still on BFA? I'm not sure. I don't follow it anymore. BFA was CAC, but what I think the biggest thing with BFA for me wasn't even the gameplay, because I can put up with shit gameplay. I enjoyed WoD. Now, admittedly, they butchered a lot of the lore, and it was rushed as fuck. But I was new to the game at the time, so a lot of the stuff in general was, well, I say new, I was returning to the game after not playing since Wrath, so a lot was new to me. But I wouldn't have got into Legion as much as I did if it wasn't for the fantasy. And BFA, I think the biggest annoyance for me with BFA is that it took control of my character away. There's no fucking way a High Mountain Tauren would be killing the Night Elves. There's no fucking way most of the allied races would suddenly be killing the other faction, because they were working together. Why suddenly does the just following orders approach work? I get it for orcs, I get it for Darkspear trolls, fair enough, but I will never understand that for Tauren. I will never understand that for Tauren. Just following orders doesn't work. And you'd think after is it Garrosh and a bunch of other times this has happened, eventually the Horde would fucking learn to stop blindly following orders. It's like, oh, I mean, she's committed genocide, but it's fine. This isn't a billion steps too far. This is just a little step too far. It's fine. We won't do anything just yet, and we'll just whisper between each other before we actually decide to action, and we'll do this for the next several months until the game is at the point in which we're allowed to do something about it. No, fuck off. Fuck Sylvanas. Fuck the Horde's blind obedience to fucking leadership, and fuck the whole fucking soap opera way they handle BFA. Oh, things were going great with Legion, let's make everyone fight again. Why? Because we have no idea what else to write. Do. Fuck off. I hate Sylvanas. Fucking zombie Hitler. Also heard this new one is good, it's decent, but if I wanted, I can go back with current interwebs. Downloading Rise took me like 5 days. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Yeah, your interwebs ain't great. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yes, I'm still listening to it. Fuck off. Right, ooh, yeah, we'll have that. That's a good one for Varric. Alright. Since you've leveled up, you can use this now. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what I want for you. Looks good as well. Black Hole's by far the coolest looking character in the game right now. He looks pretty good. Alright. Dragon scales, dragon weapon. Woo! Wee! Woo! Did you see that? Acquired schematics for Illyrium infused staff. Boy oh, boy oh, boy oh. That is some nice looking sheet. That is, oh, whew, whew, I need to calm down. Alright. Oh, that's one thing I want to do as well. Right, we've got nothing here. Oh, no, we do have something here. We have this. We got an achievement for that. Got nothing there. Okay. But Faolan, but BFA, true. I race changed Zenkindi into a Zandalari troll, and holy fucking shit, was Dino Burr the best. I went chicken though, didn't I? I went chicken. No, like I agree. The Zandalari Druid was like the best thing about that expansion. Holy shit, I can just buy this shit now. Wow. We can make the hardcore shit. What about some nice meat? No, just that. Okay. Alright. I forgot a lot about this because we've only been through this once. The last time I played the game is when I did the DLC, so it's the second time doing any of the DLC. So it's all new. It's all new. Just an FYI, we're going to be in this DLC until the end of the stream. It's a long DLC. It's mostly fighting, but it's cool. If you have any interest in Dragon Age lore, the revelations from this DLC is it's considerable. To be fair, it's intense specifically where I'm in the internet I was living now, because it's at the beach. So no LAN connection and Wi-Fi at the beach is just shocking. But it was Dino Burr.
Emissaries are intelligent.
Dino Burr was great.
Magic.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yo. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yo. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yo. I like how everyone's just perfectly still. We can't move because they know. They know if they allowed us to move, we'd just run off the edge, take the damage so we can continue going. They know. But nah, Dino Burr was great. Did not regret for a second turning Zenkindi into a Zandalari.
Had to be shrieks.
I thought you'd be used to all kinds of darkspawn.
Well, Everyone's got their favorites.
Everyone's got their favorites. To be fair, I think out of all Darkspawn, the one I'd fear the most would be Shrieks, definitely. I'm really looking forward to playing Monster Hunter World though, man. I really am. Ah, dude, I'm gonna enjoy that so much. I will be making my character and my cat before the stream though, because it will take me hours. It will take me hours. Like in Wild Hearts, I actually went back to the game and I remade my character just so I could. I wasted like 2 hours of my trial time just making the character legitimately, because that's the character I want to use in the full game. I wanted them to look good. So yeah, I spent a lot of time with it in the trial, but in the stream. But I spent even longer. It was literally around 2 hours. I wasted 2 hours of that. I think it was like what 10-hour playtime trial on that. So that's fun. We probably won't finish all of this in the stream, so in between sessions, I'll make sure I'll look up how to get the King of the Nugs. Because I think if there's anything in this game Grey Wolf will want to see and will appreciate, it will be meeting the King of the Nugs. It's just it's a his kind of thing, you know? One game I've considered doing a series on, but I probably won't, is Neverwinter Nights.
There's something strange about
it's because I love the game. I fucking adore Neverwinter Nights. However, there isn't much to look at. And I don't know whether it would translate to streaming well, because a lot of it is tactic stuff as well. So I don't know how well it would translate. But it is my favorite game of all time, so my passion for that game will be palpable. You want to see excited Faolan, that's one to watch. Yeah, I like Nugs. There's someone on Etsy that makes like these little plushy Nugs, and I've been so tempted to buy one so many times. I feel like you're not properly understanding the amazing of the Dynabur. I actually paid for a race change just to be a Dynabur, and I don't care about cosmetic crap, but Dynabur is just so Dynabur. I agree, Dynabur is awesome, but I played Moonkin. It's like, Dynabur is amazing, but the Dino Moonkin, dude. Moonkin was shit in a BFA, and I still played it. Oh no, is it one of these? Oh my god, get out my way. Oh, we did it. At least I think we did. No, we actually did it. Nice. No, but Faolan, seriously, now at least do not do a great sword run or something. You only switch accent. No, fuck you. We're doing great. I'm gonna show you the true power of the greatsword. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. You use every weapon, but do you understand every weapon? Do you get to the heart of every weapon? Are you able to feel the soul of every weapon? Because I'm not, except the one that matters, the greatsword. My phone will probably die soon anyway. Can't move or to get closer because I'm surrounded by sleeping cats. Fair enough. I wouldn't move either, surrounded by the glory of sleeping cats. So it's all good. Don't worry about it. It's been nice to see you here regardless. Even if you are a fucking imp. Going around in circles. Let's go down this way, because this isn't the way the game wants me to go, so that means this is the way I'm gonna go. It's like, yeah. There's so many twists and turns. I don't know which way to go. Oh no. Oh. Hello there, buddy. Fuck me. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, okay. Everyone get out the way. I'm switching to Varric. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, it was like Raptor, Owl, Moon's Dino. Yeah, Dino was just next level. Don't think I'll ever get back to being Bird, but Dino's like, what the fuck, man? Be a cat, be a Dino, be an owl. Like, no, like, there's no way to play Druid other than Dino Druid. It's fact. It's complete fact. Okay. I'm not cheating, guys. I'm doing this entirely legit. I don't know what you're talking about. God damn, man. Okay. Wait, what? Wait. Okay. Okay. I'm watching a video. I'm trying, because I will never figure this. I hate this shit, man. I will never figure it out, but I'm not leaving it. I'm not leaving it. Oh my god. See what people are saying. Dino, what happened? No, the only weapon that matters is longsword, is the one they gave you at the start of Rise. I mean, if that's the case, then the only weapon that matters in Monster Hunter 1 is the sword and shield. And has been the case for many years up until like Gen 3 where they gave you an option. And even still they start you with that. I think it's only World that you get to choose. And I don't actually know, I don't think you get to choose in World. This person doesn't even know what they're doing either, but they're doing it. They're doing it. I don't care. They're doing it. They're doing it. Fuck me. Alright. That goes here. That goes here. Are we moving this over now? Alright, okay, okay. Wait. Alright, wait, what did he do? Ah, okay. Shit! Ah, fuck! No! I messed it! I messed it! Shit! What did he do? Oh my god. I hate this shit so much, man. How did we get to that point, though? Alright. Right, so he puts that on this. Then he puts this here. Who decides that this is fun? Like, who actually decides this? Shit. Fuck me. Alright, give this guy a thumbs up. He needs more than just one. Fuck me. I want you to stream play Portal 1 and 2 without looking it up online. Why would you want to watch Faolan just staring at a screen for hours? I mean, I guess the stream coming out of his ears might be amusing. Faolan loves puzzles and games so much he'd look it up online. Oh my god, best idea for a Monster Hunter game. You need to do tons of puzzles to unlock Great Sword. Fuck you all! Fuck you all so much! I hate you both! No, fuck off. Fuck me. It will be Faolan's perfect dream monster. I will burn the studio to the ground. Fuck that entire thing, by the way. What do they get from it? Okay, it's kind of worth it, but still fuck off. Fuck the fuck off. Mother of Christ. No. In puzzles to unlock Great Sword, go die. Oh my god. Ugh. I hate them. Because the thing is, right? If I actually sat here and tried to figure it out myself, we'd be here all day. We would be here all... I'm not even exaggerating. I fucking hate puzzles. I hate them. They exist for one reason and one reason only. To fuck you around and extend the playtime. That's it. That's all they exist for. Puzzles should stick to puzzle games.
I'm too old to be upset.
Also, I'm not adverse to playing Portal. Sure, that will probably be highly amusing, and I promise you I won't look it up online. I might do it as a one-off one day. Hey man, don't give them ideas. You know they'll do it. Fuck me. Who'd want to watch Faolan? Who'd want to watch Faolan stare at a stream and do puzzles? Who the fuck would want to like do those puzzles in the first place? I want to know. I hate them because the completionist in me can't leave them the fuck alone. I can't just move on and leave them. I have to do them. But I hate them. So I don't even bother anymore with any of that shit. I just look it up online. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them so much. It's a consistent theme with me. Hate. Loathe entirely. I tried to do that as quickly as possible as well, because I know it's boring to watch.
It's open. Keep any gears you find.
Fuck me.
And if we don't, I want to study them. Whatever they're made of wasn't mine down here.
Right, okay. Fuck that entire thing. Fuck it all. Shit, I don't want to waste the mega heal. I almost pressed that accidentally. Fuck me. We good. We good. We good. Ugh. Ugh, pardon me. Oh, I see a gear over there.
The rhythm in the tremors. It echoes through the stone. This way.
No, I need to explore. I need to look into every corner first. I can't just move through this, goddammit. Every corner must be explored. I'm OCD as fuck with that kind of shit, man. Bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. My brain is telling me to save here, so I'm going to listen to it. Ooh, gears. Alright, Peps, if you're still here and your phone hasn't gone. Question. If you were forced to only use one weapon forevermore, throughout every single Monster Hunter game, past and future, which one would you choose? Which one would you choose? And it doesn't have to be the Great Sword.
This one uses a different kind of gear from the others.
We don't have to open it. My stone sense leads the other way. Though I am curious to see the other side.
You always are.
That scar on your nose is new.
Yeah. Fell out bad.
You sleep on the ground.
Surprised me too.
What? This is a... Oh, it's a boss fight. Revenant. Alright, let's go. These things used to be so fucking scary in Origins. They're kind of a piece of piss in this. They used to be fucking terrifying. Actually, a few enemies used to be terrifying. Dogs are terrifying. Like, anything that could overwhelm is fucking terrifying in Origins. Oh, fuck. For everyone you get right, you need to an endgame hunt with a counter-only longsword. Oh, fuck that. I'd quit the game. I wouldn't play. Whoa, okay. Of course, I forget that this is the descent. Of course, if any character here is gonna die, it's gonna be Varric. Come on. Oh, that was nice damage. That's it, just face the wall. Let Cole get all the fucking damage on you as possible. Like, no, like, don't troll me. Serious answer. It doesn't matter what the answer is. Serious answer. What weapon would you use if you had to choose one weapon to be stuck with throughout the series? What weapon would that be? I don't hate the gun lens. I don't think there's. I think the weapon I probably hate the most is probably. I kind of want to say Insect Glaive, to be honest. I mean, it's either Insect Glaive, Charge Blade, or maybe Light and Heavy Bowgun. Heavy Bowgun especially. But even then, I wouldn't say I hate them. I don't. There isn't a weapon I really hate. That's the thing. Like, there's preferences. There are no bad weapons in Monster Hunter in terms of style. There's weapons that I have to use. There's weapons that I enjoy using. There's weapons that I'm very neutral towards, and there's weapons that I don't like using. And I don't like using the Heavy Bowgun, the Charge Blade, or the Insect Glaive. I kinda like the idea of the Switch Axe, because it's basically a more mobile, higher reaching greatsword, but I don't like using it either. But it's higher than the others just because I respect it as a weapon more than the others. I read it's between Greatsword, Charge Blade, Hammer, and Insect Glaive. Gun lens. Fair enough. You're not narrowing it down much, but fair enough. It's better. Obviously, you know my answer. I'm not even going to bother answering it. I'd say the weapon that the only weapon that I have to use is the Greatsword. I love the lance. I really like the bow. The dual blades I go up and down on. The longsword I really liked until World. The hammer, it has its moments. The gun lance, I'd like to be able to use, but it's too fiddly for me. I don't like all the shit you have to manage. I don't like its movement. It doesn't feel right. The Charge Blade, I have, like, no experience with whatsoever. I've used it a little bit, because it's been an option in Arena. So I have used it, but I honestly can't comment on that one at all. I like using the bowguns in Arena, especially the light bowgun, but that's kind of it. The bow I find fun, especially in the later entries. The Hunting Horn I really like as a weapon. It's a weapon I'd like to be able to be good at, but not to the point in actually learning it. I'm back. So puzzles to unlock Greatsword is a very good idea. I will message Capcom's in the Monster Hunter forums. You two should never team up. It was a mistake to introduce Peps to Monster Hunter. You two should never team up. You two would be the absolute worst together. Somewhere out there is my personal hell, where I just have to deal with you fucking clowns all day. Oh, shit. Oh, Christ, the Hurlocks mean business. Ah! Block this, bitch. Oh, shit, he did. Never mind. Ow! Bitch! Look at this fucker turtling against the wall. What the fuck? God damn. These guys are the hardest monster we've got to face so far. These fuckers mean business, dude. Shit, okay, that does nothing to them. Alright, you're cool. God, these guys mean business, man. Whoa! I'm using one of them. God damn.
You killed Darkspawn like you've been doing it your whole life, Inquisitor.
He means that as a compliment.
You're famous. Even down here. Is it true you killed a dragon?
Oh.
You haven't lived till you felt their wings pulling you in.
I can't even imagine. Tell me about their teeth. I've heard they don't all breathe fire, and their scales have different colors and patterns.
Yeah, they're kind of beautiful.
Careful, Red. I believe you're drooling.
The man is into dragons, can't say I blame him. We have a Scaly on our team, man. Lance versus Gunlance is close to me, though. Both are amazing. Longsword, I like it, enjoy it, it's good, but especially if I'm forced to play and counter stuff. I mean, that's the thing, like, I enjoyed Longsword until World. They fucked it around too much in World. Although it could also be said that they gave Longsword more of an identity in World as well. So, it depends on your perspective. I don't like it in World. I like it in the old games. I played it a lot with Grey Wolf. It was fun, the way it worked, we called the charges lightsabers. And it was fun seeing who got the first lightsaber. Like the max lightsaber. I do like this playlist, how the music just blends together. One doesn't seem to overtake the other, it all just kind of naturally flows. I'm actually quite enjoying HBG and Rise. What's that, HBG? Which I kind of hate in New World. What's HBG? Oh, heavy bowgun. I prefer light bowgun in Rise. Light bowgun is very fun. I think out of all the weapons, the weapon that's had the biggest change in recent years has to be the guns. The guns were kind of they're not shit, they just felt shit in prior games. They had no impact whatsoever. But in World onwards, they changed them into oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Somebody knock me out of it, knock me out of it, knock me out of it. Oh, for fuck's sake, never mind. We'll get the charge again. But in World, in World, they actually made them feel like guns. So the guns actually have impact now, which is great. They never had impact prior to that. So they're actually fun to use now. The only issue I have with the guns is managing ammo. That's literally it. I don't care about anything else. It's just fucking around with the ammo is annoying. I think in Sunbreak, new switch kills could damage a ton. It's like crazy how I dislike some of the weapons until I figured out how to, or read how to use the wire bugs for them properly. Yeah, I think that's one of the things I don't like about the game as well. It's the wire bug system. They changed it so much for that. And it just feels like the wire... I actually hope... that's one thing. I think Rise might be the death of the series for me. Because I've got a feeling the wire bugs are here to stay. I've got a feeling this is the future of the series now. Which I don't like. I'm hoping I'm not the only one. I'm hoping a lot of people dislike them, so they try and do something different again next time. Because the wire bugs is just the clutch claw, but better balanced. So I'm hoping they try... Because it's like early on in the series when they added swimming. Most people fucking hated the swimming. And then they implemented in Gen 4 jumping and aerial combat kind of stuff. And that went over really well. People really liked that. So that became a mainstay. So I'm hoping that's what they do with the wire bugs, is they try and figure it out where it's not... Because the fact is, with the wire bugs, it's not the same game anymore. And I don't really enjoy the game it's become. Fuck me. Way to get out of that. So I'm hoping with the, I'm hoping they make changes to the next game to kind of improve them. Because obviously people like them, so I don't want them to get rid of them completely, but I do want them to be less integrated, I suppose. Jumping in Hunter 4 was broken. It was, especially with insect glaive stuff. But I think it was... I think the argument with Hunter 4 is the same argument with World. A lot of people say that Monster Hunter World was easy. There's actually elements of World that was harder than a lot of other games. The reason why Monster Hunter World was easy, it was because Monster Hunter World gave you more movement and freedom of movement and control over weapon strikes and just general speed and flexibility than any other Monster Hunter game prior. Monster Hunter prior to World felt more like Dark Souls 1 in that it was a very purposeful game. Now, it's still purposeful in World, but a lot less so. There's more freedom of movement, freedom of action, there's more abilities to cancel out and, you know, opportunities to cancel out and things like that. It's not as meditative as past games. It's more twitchy than past games.
I'm sorry.
And because of that, the movement made the combat easier, because a lot of the monsters hadn't really caught up with the movement. So Monster Hunter World was easier. Now they've balanced that out in Rise, so that Rise is actually more difficult than World, but that's because they've realized the movement and they've changed the monsters to counter that. So Rise is a better balanced game than World. So I feel as if it's the same thing with aerial combat in 4.
We'll make the dark
In that
pay for what they've done.
it's
Killed so many. But every time I
it's the aerial combat in 4. In that game, aerial combat was new, so they hadn't really figured out how to balance it properly. It was too good, because again, it gave us more movement. It gave us more opportunities to attack. Because again, I've told you the story about playing the first Monster Hunter game and wanting to jump off that, the jump outside of the Rathalos nest and strike as I went down, and that not being a thing for another like 5 or 6 fucking games. So it gave us a lot more opportunities to attack. It gave us a lot more movement. It gave us a lot more ability, a lot of ability to evade. You know, because again, prior, you just stumble up to an edge and then slowly walk over it. In Rise, you leap over that edge and then have an opportunity to attack. So at one point, the edges would be a thing you'd be trapped in, and you'd have to sheath the weapon and jump off to evade, giving that monster more opportunity to attack you. But in Gen 4, you actually turn that into an attack on the monster. The amount of times the monster's been charging me, I've jumped over an edge, turned around, and smacked it on the way down. That once weakness is now a strength. So, again, it was broken in 4, but it's because they haven't balanced it properly. And they managed to balance it properly better in later games. And this happens a lot when they introduce mechanics like that. So yeah, it's the same thing with the movement in World. And Rise balanced a lot of this a lot better. I think the difference between the wire bugs compared to a lot of that stuff is it's not passive. It's passive in those other games. You don't really have to do much extra. You can play the same, and it just makes your normal playstyle better. It just gives you more options. But the wire bugs is a more conscious, purposeful addition that is broken, but not so naturally so. So how can I explain it? It's harder to. You can't as easily kind of exploit it. You have to get good at using it first. So, yeah, Rise is a better balanced experience compared to World and the last few entries, I'd say. Sword and Shield for me in Rise is also great. Like, DPS isn't the greatest, even if your time is big combo, right, constantly, but it's switch skills and everything just feel really awesome to use. The Sword and Shield has a cult following. It's a very good weapon, actually. And considering it was the weapon you start with the majority of the time, there's a lot of people that stuck with it. And it's a very unassuming weapon. It's a weapon a lot of people overlook. It's a weapon that's very easy to learn and very hard to master. Again, like the Great Sword. It's very good. Very good. And I think it's only in recent years that it's kind of gained the appreciation it deserved. Of course, this is more so due to... memes. Because the Sword and Shield was memed on like fucking crazy. It was heavily memed on, and because it was memed on so much, and the community grew with World, it gained more defensive followings. People started to use it ironically, and then realized, oh, it's actually a good weapon. I like being able to swap weapons, entire style, like Greatsword, Final Hardship, so it's like 2 different weapons almost. For me, you use all the things, just double the content. I mean, that's a fair way of looking at it. For me, though, I just like to. It's the monsters. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't respond to that quick enough. I'm just blanked him. For me, it's the monsters and the world that provide the extra content. I don't really need the weapons for that. The only time I've ever really used weapons is when I would have been kind of bored otherwise, so I've took the opportunity to learn. Which just shows you how much the core gameplay loop, fulfills me in that series. Because the only time I've chose to learn a new weapon is when I've got literally nothing else to do. Or I'm, waiting for Grey Wolf to catch up. So I'm nerfing myself by using a weapon I don't know how to use. I remember doing that with the Lance in 3U. We were in this arena quest full of with a Royal Ludroth and a bunch of Ludroth, like little Ludroths or sharks, I think it was. And Grey Wolf was convinced that we weren't going to do it, but we managed to pull it off in the final few seconds. It was great. That was such a long hunt because I wasn't using the Greatsword, I was using the Lance. And he was still learning the game at the time. It was good, dude. It was good.
Never found out. She woke up the next day, couldn't remember any of it.
All he added for it in Rise, though, is the Sword and Shield now. You can push triangle plus circle. And a lot of combos for it, like in Mini Finisher. It feels very satisfying. I mean, that's what I was talking about before as well. Yeah, like they've added a lot of cancellations of things, which was really up the movement in general. They did a lot of that in World, and that's what made World feel so much easier. because the monsters didn't catch up with the extra movement we had in that game. Which meant that because of the way they were doing that as well, I forget the name of the term, but the stat creep kept coming in. So they had to make bigger and bigger and bigger buffs on new monsters, and it kind of became ridiculous. It fell into the typical kind of live service or MMO style trap with that. But I feel as if it was balanced a lot more in Rise. About 6 or 7 seconds left, I remember right. Yeah. That's one of my... I will say, like, in general, 3U is my most memorable Monster Hunter experience, because it was the first one I wasn't doing solo. I actually had you playing, and it was great. Some of my best gaming moments was 3U with you. It was great, man. Fucking hell, the end of that song just sounded like a gear was stuck. I failed it like 3 or 4 times. I was cursed. Hammer, also having 2 different charge styles is great. Yeah, I do like that. You did use that a little bit. It was pretty fun. I want like the Greatsword. They added different ways to charge. I think they did that in World. They added different ways to get into the different strike. Or was that earlier? I'm not sure actually. No, it was World. Because you could shoulder bash into the strike. So you could skip the first level of strikes and then you could shoulder bash into the stronger level. That was right, yeah. I remember that. You know the fish are in the water, though. Which fish? The sharks? Spelt with a Q for some reason. That was Gen 3. That's probably the best change they made. That was like the biggest thing for 4, just adding aerial combat instead of swimming. Because, like, obviously the point of swimming was to add, like, another dimension to combat. That was the idea behind it, but it didn't work. So they learned their lesson and they did it in a different way in Gen 4, which was so much better. Gen 4 was like... Gen 4 and... Generation 4, 4U and like... Gen. Oh, that was the peak of Monster Hunter. At least so far. Could get better. We'll see. Oh, the goldfish. Dude. I think it was Monster Hunter Try. I did this one quest online. I don't know whether side quests I've not played Rise for ages, and I don't think World had them. We had side quests, so in additional to the main quest, you could also do side quests for extra content. For the people who didn't play that. What was annoying with that is that some quests, I don't think they told you, but some quests actually required you to have all the side quests. And one of the most annoying ones was a goldfish one, right? So there was goldfish that you had to get, along with, like, shark kills, a certain kind of ore as well. I think it was coral you mined. I can't remember what it was exactly. And that one, there was a whole team of us online trying to do it, right? Randoms. And it was impossible. We did it like 3 or 4 times, and because you're not guaranteed to get what you want, it was, we fucked it up so many times just because we weren't getting the drops. And then finally, the last few seconds, I'm desperately trying to get the last golden fish. I get it, and I fucking run. We've only got like 10 seconds left on the clock when it goes into the fucking deposit crate, and we do it. Fuck me. We weren't on voice chat, but I could only imagine the cheering. That was one of the hardest quests I've ever done in Monster Hunter, and it was fucking fishing. I would rather face 50 Raffleses all at once than do that goldfish quest. And that was an awful one. I only did that one online because I couldn't do that one on my own. I never went online. in like up until playing 3U with Grey Wolf, I did everything solo. Some village quests and hub quests, I did everything solo. I also never managed to get into G rank until Gen 3. Well, G3U because of that. A bit sad in Rise. IG. Insect Glaive isn't like mount spam weapon, but having its aerial DPS is good, and even giving it crazy finishers with the blunt. I mean, the Insect Glaive kind of became a bit of a meme weapon for a while because all people did with it was spam aerial attacks to try and mount the monster. It was kind of ridiculous the way some people played that weapon. So I'm kind of glad that they made that change because it did get a bit stupid. Faolan, have you got, forgot my biggest Monster Hunter moment in 3 when failed the quests at a time because of goldfish. I went insane. I had to drink a lot of JD to get through it. Shit, I remember you freaking going on about that for so long. Do you know what I want to bring back and we still haven't got the return of? Gobule. We have never got Gobule back. I miss Gobule, man. He was such a big fat derpy boy. And fishing him out of the lake with a frog and watching him flap around like a Magikarp was so much fun. I would bring back, as awful as it was, I would bring back Water Combat just so we can get Lagiacrus and Gobule again in all their glory. Because they were good. They were good fights, man. Like Royal Ludrop we've seen again, but Royal Ludrop is a fucking joke when he's not in the water. People don't realize just how much of a badass Royal Ludrop was. Yeah. It's a shame as well, because your favorite Monster Hunter is Lagiacrus, isn't it? As like I was saying to Peps before, most people's favorite monster is the flagship from the first game they played. So for me, it's Rathalos. I played the first game. You know, with Narga Cougar and Mitsune coming up those second and third. But Rathalos is always going to be my number one. Because, again, you know, it took me a long time to kill him in the first game. I was terrible in the first game. And the first game was just kind of shit in general. The analog sticks for the attack buttons, not fun. They changed that in the PSP versions, but yeah. I want Plesiath in all the games. October. I want that. I don't want them to fix the hitboxes. I want him to be in all of his fucking glory. Yeah. I completely agree. They need to bring Plesiath back with all those hitboxes. I completely agree. The hardest monster in the series. Plesiath's fucking hitboxes. He can use psychic powers to hit you from a mile away. Oh, it was insane. That monster's such a bitch. I hate him. He's such an asshole. Guns on? Oh, you need not high enough level for that. Yeah, man, I want that. I want him to come back. Right there with you. Yeah, it's not the same when Mortal Kombat is gone. I do kind of want them to bring it back, but I want them to... I don't want it to be a staple. I want it to be part of the game. You know what I mean? Like... You know, like a biome thing, right? So it's like some monsters you fight underwater. Or you could, like, you can choose to fight them on land, but some quests make you fight them on water, you know? It does both. Or at least make it an event. You know what I mean? Bring it back as event quest, because underwater combat was terrible, but some of the monsters made it worth it. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of... I think it'll be one of the... Do you know what it's like? They moved a lot of quests in Rise that... I don't even think the fishing quests are in there anymore, right? Like, a lot of those. And I fucking hated those quests. I hated them. Some of the most piss-annoying quests in the history of the series are the fishing quest, right? So, I've said for ages I want them gone. And when they finally removed them, or at least lessen them to an insane... Oh, for fuck's sake. When they lessen them to an insane degree, I'm like, I actually don't want them gone anymore. I miss them. So I think it's one of those. I think if they brought it back, I won't be happy with the fact that they brought it back. Right, the silencer is good, but he can't have that just yet. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, whoa, whoa. I mean... Nah, he's gonna stay in that. The stats are... I mean, outside of the defense, I like it. A lot of these might be good, actually. A lot of that is good. Alright, I'll keep hold of a lot of that. We'll sort that out. I'll sort that out between streams. Nobody wants to watch me fuck around with accessories for half an hour. Honestly, I was pretty mad about Rathalos in World, but in Rise now with Apex version and his new moves and every normal one, I just can see how actually badass. I mean, that's the thing about Rathalos, right? Like, having Rathalos as your favorite monster is like having Pikachu as your favorite Pokemon. The problem, the thing is, like, in the first game, it really makes you realize just how far we've come. As a series, if you play the very first PlayStation 2 game, right? I've got it up there. Right at the back up there. If you play the very first PlayStation 2 game, right? There's a lot that the game doesn't have. Half the weapons on there, there's no farm. Greatsword doesn't even have its charge. It's very bare bones. And it's fucking difficult. Because it's so bare bones. In fact, the next game in the series, Monster Hunter Freedom, is basically the same game but better. It's nowhere near as difficult. Just because there's a lot of improvements. It just shows you. And Rathalos was the hardest challenge for me in that game. It wore me for weeks before I eventually managed to beat it, right? And so Rathalos to me, as I go through the game, Rathalos to me is the point in Monster Hunter in which I'm like, okay, we're in the game now. Like, for me, Rathalos is welcome to the game, you know? It's like, every monster before then is just a tutorial. Once you take down Rathalos, at that point you're in the game. That's kind of how I view him. It's like a major thing for me. I love its weapons, I love its armor, I love everything about the monster. But it's kind of made a bitch as the series goes on. They kind of like... They use it to show off the new flagship. Every game that comes out, or near every game that comes out, Rathalos gets its ass handed to it by the new flagship just to show how powerful it is. It's become a joke at this point. And Rathalos is just no longer as good as it used to be, because much like Generation 1 Pokemon, it can't really stand up to the gradual increase of power the monsters and the hunters have had over the years. Except when they do things like... Except when they do things like Apex Rathalos and fucking Dread King Rathalos. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's when its old glory comes back. All the Apex though, except the bear, such a spectacle. Really dig it. I mean, you can see why Midzun is like my third favorite monster. Such a unique fight, and it's fucking gorgeous. And it's a lot like, I forget the name of it, but in one of the games they did an alternate version of it, and it's fucking stunning. And Midzun is probably one of the best Apexes in Rise, just because it's such a spectacle. It's such a cool monster. I love it. I am legit, most through Mr. Chameleon was bugged because he just stood around at times, even flailing. Even resisting my attacks. Not even registering my attacks. Like, not even registering. I mean, that's the thing. Chameleus is a derp. So many people were so happy when they brought him back. I don't think we've seen him since the first game. Wait, what games was Chameleus in? Give me a minute. Monster Hunter Chameleus. Monster Hunter Chameleus. We've not seen him for years. And he's one of the most unique Elder Dragons we ever had. What games was he in? He first showed up in Monster Hunter Freedom. I'm considering Western games here. So he first showed up in Monster Hunter Freedom 2. Monster Hunter... Is that right? Okay. Yeah. He's a Generation 2 monster. He shows up in Monster Hunter Freedom. Freedom 2. He was in Freedom Unite. And then we didn't see him again until 4 Ultimate. Which was much later on in the game as well. He's really late into that game. We saw him again in Generations. And Rise. Okay. So we did see him again, but he was a much later entry than he was in Rise. I think Rise is probably the earliest we've ever seen him. In terms of, like, Hunter level. Because he's usually way up there. But he's such a fun monster. I think what I like about him more than anything is the way he moves. He's such a derp, yeah. He's a damn Elder Dragon. Yeah, it's great. I think one of the things that really sticks out for him is movement, though. Like, his movement is so good. It's such a unique moving monster. And honestly, I don't think we had a monster... there's a monster in the series that nails the animations of the animal it's based on like that until we get... until we get Generation 4 and the bugs start coming into it. The movement from the bugs in Gen 4 were so fucking good, dude. They make them so creepy. The jittery movement. So good. I love it. Nurcellus was a favorite of mine for a long time until he introduced Raknakadaki in Rise. I'm going the wrong way here. I'm going off. Nurcellus is great. And yeah, Chameleus has that very jittery, chameleon-esque movement. They nail it. They nail it. And so the thing that always bugged me about this, people in the series, like, oh, Monster Hunter has such shit graphics. I'm like, stop looking at screenshots and actually play the game. Fuck the graphics. The animations. The gameplay. There's no game out there like it. And then Monster Hunter World comes out, and then suddenly everyone's just this mega fan of Monster Hunter and have been forever. Yeah, okay. Fuck off. Yeah, man. Raknakadaki? Amazing fight. It's easy as shit, especially if you're using, like, an impact weapon. It's a really easy fight, but it's good. It's good. I love Raknakadaki. And I knew it was coming. As soon as I saw those little spider bastards, I knew it was coming at some point. But it was a fun fight. I really like its moveset. Raknakadaki is one of my top 10 at this point. It's that's one thing I will really praise Rise for. I think Rise arguably has the strongest list of new monsters. Now, I've not played Sunbreak, so I can't comment on that. But I think Rise probably has the strongest list of new monsters we've ever had. I think, like, every new monster introduced in that game is, like, some of the best. Some of the most memorable. The crane-style crane bird wyvern, really fucking good. The best version of monkey eats berries and gets special powers. Because, what's it? Bangoro, whatever the fuck his name is, the monkey that eats berries and farts at you, the joke gets old very quickly. You know, it's like... But the new one in Rise is so much better, and again, its moveset is great. It is like a mixture of all the monkeys we've had prior, just so much better. Let's see. The bit we were doing before down here, wasn't it? Yeah, we did this. What am I missing? I think the weakest one's probably the otter dragon, but that's still good. The siren! Yeah! The siren's also one of the best ones to farm for a lot of stuff as well. The siren's really cool. I really like that one. Also, what excites me about Rise and its animations is the way they do monsters that swim suggests that they could actually bring back Legiacrus and implement him. Because they've got monsters in that game that actually swim as part of their normal moveset. That's interesting. And they don't need to add water combat to do it. Meaning they could bring back Legiacrus if they haven't already, in order to implement it in that. They could just implement the swimming in the ground, like they've done with a few of those monsters. That's exciting. I like that idea. That's something I hope they keep. Yeah. The Yeti is probably, outside of Rakna-Kadaki, the Yeti is probably my favorite new monster. In terms of fighting, Rakna-Kadaki I like because I love its armor and I love its design, but I think the Yeti is the best new fight in the game. I absolutely love every fight I've ever had with that thing. I think it's the best new fight in the game by far. It's a lot of fun. I love its concept as well. I love its phases. I love its design. I can't remember what its armor looks like to comment on that, but I do love its design. Rise's new monsters are some of the best we've ever had. I like how we're just talking about Monster Hunter while I'm playing Dragon Age. But yeah, why they brought Gypsaros back? It is Gypsaros, isn't it? The mudfish. Why they brought that back, I don't know. Like, Gypsaros is probably the most boring monster that has ever been created. And I'm including the small monsters as well, when I say that. Why, out of all the monsters they bring back, why the fuck would you bring back that? But yeah, I can actually praise Rise, because Rise has done good things. Because, I mean, it's the Tales of Earthsea of Monster Hunter. There's no bad Monster Hunter game. They don't exist. There's, there's a lot... Rise is just the first one I don't like. And that's majorly because of the business issue with it. I could put up with a lot of the other stuff I don't like about it. It's mainly the business angle of it. Because I know it's forever changing the series. That's what puts me off Rise. I can say and praise Rise for ages, man. Rise is a good game. Yeah, I know you meant the mud dragon, the otter. I'm talking about I'm just mentioning mudfish separately because they're similar monsters. Like, why the fuck would you bring Gypsaros back when you have this new really cool otter? I don't understand that at all. go, here we go. Rock to the rock to the rock to the rock and roll, and you don't know where. Oh my god, we're totally strolling. But no, I don't understand why he brought that one back. There's gotta be a reason. Here we go, here we go, here we go, rock. Here we go, here we go, here we go, rock. What was that? Was that a nug that I could hear? Nugs. Nugs, guys. I like nugs. I want a pet nug. I don't care if they taste good. I want a pet nug. There's a mod that somebody added in Dragon Age Origins. If you romance Liliana... Oh shit! The Nug King! The Nug King! Wait, where's the codex? Journal. Shit. Codex. Where's the Nug King? Wait a minute. Dragon Age Inquisition Nug King Codex location. Codex entry. Alright, I'll just read it here. A hot debate among Nug admirers is whether the king in Paragon Abian songs was royalty, or of some kind, or merely an especially magnificent specimen of the breed. Every year, scholars, bards, and rodent enthusiasts bring offerings of cheese to the deep roads, hoping for a glimpse of the Nug King, who remains elusive. Doesn't that sound like the greatest thing ever? Doesn't that sound like the greatest? That's like something Shea Gorath would come up with. What I also like about the Switch skills is the Y-bugs, though, is how they give you an easy attack for taller or aerial monsters. That's one thing. Like you've played the you guys have played the Insect Glaive in Rise. Is getting the buffs easier than it was in past games? Because I do know with some monsters getting the buffs with that weapon is kind of a pain in the ass, especially for how small amount of time they're around. That's why one of the reasons I don't like it. It's a very finicky weapon. A Nug Lord, the king of the Nugs. A Nug is an animal. Nug. I was sure before the Blight they were a whole lot more rare. Should ask the Warden about that. If killing Archdemons leaves Nugs all over, and the poor things don't seem to be built for anywhere. I mean, they feed on anything, but they blister in the desert and freeze in the snow, and they're easier to track than your own arse. Everything eats them, except me. The hands put me off. Yet they thrive. They remind me of pigeons, to be honest. Randy bastards outpace every tooth and claw. Anyway, my point is, the ones around the farm are so inbred, they're 5 colours and can't stop peeling. I'm selling them in the capital as elusive Eastern bunny pigs. What did father say about idiots with deep pockets? Excerpt from the private letters of Captain Bryn, Lap Nug dealer, produced in evidence after 7 claims of water terrors and death following bites in the Garden District. I'll show you a picture of a Nug. Let's download a picture. We've not got much longer to stream, actually, so we'll actually end with the picture of a Nug. Let's get a good picture. Yeah, that's a good picture. Will it allow me to save it, or it will be... It is a JPEG. Awesome. Add image. Image 4. Here we are. That's a Nug. It's like a mixture between a pig, a rabbit, and a rat. And they're cute. Our mount in the game is kind of like a specially bred version of them. It felt the same to me. The Nug Lord is a mystical version of Nug. We don't know whether it's an actual person that controls Nugs, or if it's a specially amazing kind of Nug. You can get bugs from the extract two at a time. Oh, yeah, I knew there was something they changed. That's pretty good, actually. I remember that. Yeah, that was a decent change. In World, you could just use the fastest bug and get the exact ASAP. But yeah, besides using slower bugs now because they got better buffs or stats, it's pretty much the same. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I remember they changed something, but I couldn't remember what it was. Right, it is almost 11, so ahead of us, we've got more shit to explore. What I'm going to do is, we're going to save the Deep Road stuff because this is DLC, and you know we'll be doing some of this in the streams. However, what I'm going to do in between streams is I'm going to be clearing out the areas I've opened up today. Like Hissing Wastes, I'll clear out, and a few of the others. So I'll clear out those areas in between streams, get a lot of this side stuff done. So when we actually come back for the stream, we can rejoin where we left off on this bridge here. And we can clear this out, we can go and do other things that are a little bit more interesting. So yeah, I will see you next week. 7 o'clock as per usual. London Standard Time, or is it EST? I think it is, something like that. The actual name of it, Eastwish or something like, or is it, no, GMT, Greenwich Standard Time. It's one of them. London, just say that, you're fine. Bye for now, guys. It's been a really fun one tonight.